Deontay Wilder. What is this? Two legends of the sport. Two icons. The UK versus the UN. Oh.
Behind the head. Brazil for having the character to throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Cesaro.
If jabbed by Wilder now, thus far Stavern hasn't shown the work rate. He's hitting, and Stavern goes down! Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round, and Stavern down for the second time. There's Hammer, and here in round one, he is Ragnar-rocking Stavern!
He's out cold.
Dang. Man, Deontay Wilder's gonna be back. B3 Picks TV, we back again. Y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Oh, let me put up the ticker, man. Listen, if you have to give. Bless the cash app. We need it. Now, I do have some deleting to do on the page for us to get our full monetization. We're gonna put another application in for February 21st. So shout out to my brother BVO. He definitely told me I didn't complete the task effectively and efficiently as I should. And it's funny that I helped my brother with his, and we was already working on this. So, but listen, a hard head make a soft ass, and hard white to get you straight cash. Now, we ain't dabbling in that, but that's just the reality of life. If you don't follow instructions well, you're not going to get what you need out of life. You're gonna be behind the eight ball, and you're always gonna be playing catch up. So that's the lesson for myself and for others. Man, just follow through with instructions. Be cognizant. Pay close attention to what's happening and what you need to do, so that way you can kind of put yourself in the best position possible. Now, we about to have another beautiful live. We had a wonderful one yesterday. Shout out to everybody that pulled up and showed so much love. Shower, Blue, Mr. Sheldon, Coach Eddie. I believe Marky Dan was in here, Juan Claudio. Everybody that hit the chat, Carrier, BVO, Angie, Baby, Vacay Bay. We definitely building, right? And Mike Rim, everybody, man. I don't want to leave nobody omitted. Just know I appreciate it and I love you. TD, always my guy. Be through with it. I see. That's what I'm saying. You got Lynn and me. I got to do a better job of staying up on certain things, Carrier, because I don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying? I don't be knowing what these guys be saying. I'm on some reach one, teach one. Um, you know, preaching to the youth about reading, writing, continuing to develop their math and social skills. I leave that politics stuff to Marky Dan and and Scholar, the people that really are they like to watch, what I'm saying, and survey those those conferences and know the players and stuff like that. Listen, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, and really I want to know what's happening. But I got so much going on that I do need to prioritize what's going on in the world, especially in America, because right now America is nuts, and it's a lot of things going on that is out of our control. So we got to stay focused and stay prayed up. Mike Ren, what's happening, family? Salute. Appreciate everybody pulling in. Y'all tap the like button for me. Make sure y'all do that as well. Now, we're gonna talk a lot today about this Ryan Garcia Mario Barrios card that's coming up February 21st. Now, they did lock in Gary Antoine Russell versus Andy Hidioka on the undercard. So that's a good co-main event for this Ryan Garcia Barrios Las Vegas card. They're calling it high stakes. So it's going to be exciting to see who else kind of shapes and rounds out the card. Now, they will be doing a loss Angela's press conference today. So y'all just be on the lookout for that. I'll get the time for that here in a second. Let me pull that up to see what time is going to kick off. But yeah, so they're doing the press conference today, so y'all look out for that. And I mean, are y'all excited to see Ryan Garcia back? I need to know. Because when Ryan Garcia got stopped to the body and quit versus Tank, or was unable to continue versus Tank, you know, he was pretty much thrown away. Nobody was really concerned with watching him in the sport of boxing. Now, fast forward now where we are now, it seems like a lot of people are very intrigued to see what happens with Ryan. And I believe it's specifically based upon the rematch and what it means when they lock up with Devin Haney. Now the it's listed for 4 p.m. EST. I don't know. Hold on, Tampa Tommy. Tampa Tommy trying to send this to me. Hold on, let me see. Let me send this to Tampa Tommy real quick. Hold on, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. BBO, appreciate you, my good brother. Well, I finally heard back, and you told me I didn't delete everything I was supposed to delete, but you know, a hard head make a soft ass, and but they are it's gonna be another month, but they are gonna let me put in a new application, February 21st. So God willing, I'm deleting really everything now because there's some videos and shorts that still need to come off of the books. So I'm doing that. I did some today. I'm gonna do the rest, and then we'll do another. We'll reapply for our monetization February 21st. So thank God they didn't put it on 90 days out, BBO. But I feel kind of like a Jekyll. But at the end of the day, you got nobody to blame but yourself. So we take it all in stride. We don't cry over spilled milk. And listen, we just keep putting one foot in front of the other and listen, putting in the work the best we can, right? Now, yeah, so the Ryan Garcia press conference is at 4 p.m. today. 4 p.m. We're gonna check that out. So I'm guessing it's 1 p.m. on the West Coast, right? Let me see here. Um, Yeah, hopefully Tommy can cut up. Tampa Tommy trying to pull up on us today, y'all. Yeah, I'm Tampa Tommy locking in with us. So yeah, man, it's man, listen, a race is not for the swiftest, but for the one that endureth unto the end. Everything is a teaching point and a life lesson that we can use for our future and for our development. So what I'm learning to do is just take everything in stride, but kind of try to learn as best as you can. You know what I mean? Now, listening and application is of the utmost importance. Listening and then putting things into practice, right? The application piece of it. Very vital. Very vital. And a lot of times, and what I do this too, a lot of times we feel like we can get by with doing a little bit. It don't work that way. You gotta do things 100% or not at all. Do things the full length or not at all. Angie B, appreciate you, beautiful, coming in here today, showing up, showing love. It's good to see you always. Today we're talking about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia Barrios. They have the press conference today, and they're locked in for February 21st. It's called High Stakes. It's going to be at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, this is a ring card. Ring in conjunction with Riyadh, but it's also co-promoted with TGB Promotions and Golden Boy. Now, because it's co-promoted, they were able to add Gary Antoine Russell versus Andy Hidioka on the undercard as the co-main event. Y'all need to do some research and look up Andy Hidioka. Look him up, check out his boxing style, and just get prepared for this matchup because Antoine is going to be in a good fight. This is a good fight for Antoine. I think it's a good opponent to kind of really test him to see You know, where he's at. Angie B said, I've been MIA. I'm sick. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. I pray that you get better very soon. Listen, because listen, we got business to take care of. But I appreciate you being in here. Listen, I hope you get better. And just remember, I'm a real person with real emotions. And I'm the type of person that if I don't see from you or hear from you, I'm going to definitely be worried about you and be checking up on you. So listen, take that for what you will, but I'm gonna say this. People that got real genuine love for you, that's gonna check up on you, that want to see you do well or are concerned with your well being, that's something to really cherish, right? Because you know it's people walking around that you'll see in everyday life that nobody cares about. Nobody checks up on them. They probably don't have anybody to talk to. They probably don't have a social group or a social setting that they can visit. So I always tell people, man, check on your loved ones, check on your friends, keep in contact. Because for one, you don't know what the next person is going through, but also you don't really know how much of a blessing you can be by just reaching out and having a conversation with somebody. They maybe need to get something off their chest, and you will be the person in that gap that can help them get it off their chest. But yeah, Angie, be like every time I don't hear from you for a couple of days, I start asking around. You know what I'm saying? I'll be calling. You know what I'm saying? I'll be missing you. Um, okay, let's need to hit on. Let's get back to business, right? What is Andy Hideo versus Gary Antoine Russell fight? Listen, we've been waiting for this fight. This fight then got pushed off a couple of times. We've been waiting for this matchup, and I'm excited that it's finally coming February 21st. Now that's right around the corner, y'all. That's right around the corner. Now my birthday is January 29th. So next week I'll be celebrating that. I do have a court date. My registration expired and I didn't get it renewed because I had to pay taxes. So I I had to pay my tax before you get your registration. That's how Virginia works. They want you to get you have to pay your property tax before you can get a registration, right? So I got pulled over back in like end of November, I think. And the only date he can put on my court date was January 29th for whatever reason, right? So yeah, so I have to go on my birthday. I do have a show summons, so hopefully I can show it and the judge will dismiss it and I don't have to pay court costs. That's what I'm hoping for because I don't really want to give the court $180 um when I've already complied with the law. So yeah, it's the Aquarius season, baby. Yeah, we building. We definitely building. And listen, we just hit 3,000 on TikTok, y'all. We we just hit 3,000 on TikTok. I'm thankful for that. Um, man, we building, and we're gonna have our YouTube monetization in February. Just y'all just stay locked in with me. If you really care about me, bless the Cash App. I'm really getting it. I'm full-time content creating. Now we are making some money with TikTok. I will be honest. We on a Make a Million campaign, so my community is gonna be able to say they made a millionaire and we taking it all in stride. YouTube is going to assist with that. We're going to make money off YouTube. We're going to make money off TikTok. And once we build up our support system, our following, God willing, we'll get sponsorships and we can kind of broaden our reach. You know, you want to be connected with people that know more than you. So that way they can kind of be your support system and help get you to where you need to go. And we need generational wealth. We need financial freedom and financial prosperity. Um, we need to make sure we can kind of be in a situation where we can sow into others and be a blessing for other people. And that's what we're working for. Yeah, that's what we putting our all in it for. So that way we can kind of keep going. I don't know what's going on with this link. TD said TD said the link wasn't working. Y'all let me know. Somebody clicked the link and not TD, Tampa Tommy. My bad, Tampa Tommy said the link wasn't working. So y'all let me know and then we'll go from there. Yeah, y'all let me know and then we'll move around from there, you know? It's not that cold right now, but we're supposed to be getting snow. It's supposed to be 18 inches of snow in Virginia. Yeah, y'all, and let me know if are y'all expecting snow this week. Birthday court is always right, Angie B, right. Are y'all expecting snow? I know it's a lot. It's gonna be like a cold front. I'm hearing it's a cold front going on for the whole, pretty much the whole East Coast. So it's supposed to be extremely cold. It's supposed to be extremely cold and snow for everybody. Dang, I'm hopefully that it works. We need Tampa Tommy in here today. Yeah, that'll be fire. Let me see here, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link again, and hopefully this is working. Angie B, can you try to hit the link and see if it'll allow you to at least come to StreamYard? You don't have to jump on the stage with me, but at least allow it to see if it'll bring you to StreamYard, so I know that we're good to go. All right, let me do one other thing here. I'm about to switch phones, and then we're gonna keep rocking out. Yeah, we're gonna keep rocking out. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I had a turtleneck on today, man. They was saying I look like Jalen Hurts. I'm about to step outside, that's why I got that hoodie on. But yeah, they was calling me Jalen Hurts on TikTok today. They called me every light skinned brother in the book and some dark skin. They called me Teo Cruz today, Will Smith all the time, and Urkel. They always calling me Jaleel White. Nasty work. Nasty, nasty work. Hopefully, let me just make sure. Oh yeah, okay, Angie. Okay, good. Okay, cool. I see you right there, Angie B. Look, Angie
Why
baby, is
is
that you?
it making? Why is that my picture up there though?
They put my picture on there. Angie B is in here with me, y'all. I'm not sure why it put my picture on your icon. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I just wanted to make sure the link worked. You don't have to stay up here and do too much if you don't want to. Man, Angie B, ladies and gentlemen, I got Angie B to click the link. She did it for me, so you just know how special I am to her and how special she is to me. So don't be mad. Don't get jealous. Listen, if you a child of
She
God,
just made
somebody
me have
loves you.
a coughing fit from laughing. Don't make me laugh. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I appreciate you.
Before I die up here, thank you. Bye.
All right. Shout out to the beautiful Angie B pulling up, supporting, making sure we had our audio and everything in order. And the link works. Yeah, the link works. Let me look at this card. Let me see who else is kind of scheduled to be on this Ryan card. Hopefully they put Floyd Schofield versus Jojo Diaz. But Floyd Schofield right now, he's in a situation where um he's right there for the title shot. Javante Tank Davis just went in the champion and reset status for the WBA. So Floyd is looking to get that belt. Floyd wants that full title. So we got to see if he gets it. I think he will. I think he should get the full title. Um, I think they should go ahead and grant him that. He's earned it, right? Yeah, he's definitely earned it. We do got both lives going on right now. We got the portrait live, and we have the landscape. And it's see, I don't know. It's not even cold today. It's not really that cold today. So I guess this is what you call the calm before the storm. Yeah, this is the calm before the storm right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me see what else I got in my bag right now. Okay. Nothing major. Nothing major. Now, we gotta look at a couple things, right? Oscar De La Hoya, he's still looking for his deal, his exclusive rights deal with the zone. I think that's the pretty much is that the only like you don't have any leverage if you don't have options. You know what I'm saying? You need options. So I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen with Golden Boy. I'm kind of concerned for him. Let me bring in Coach Eddie. Coach Eddie, what's happening, sir? How you doing today? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, brother. Salute.
Man, listen, I appreciate you. Nah, Golden Boy. No, so here's the situation. Let me say this real quick, Coach, and I want you to cook on everything. So Golden Boy, they have their deal is up with his own. And that's why Virgil Ortiz has an out in his contract because Golden Boy has to have an exclusive broadcasting deal. It's language in Virgil's contract that if they don't have a deal in place, a broadcasting network deal, that he has a right to get out of his contract. Good move for his from his team, right? So we'll see
Facts.
how that plays out. Now, this card is TGB Promotions with Golden Boy, right? But also it's a ring card. So Ryan Garcia, he's a big enough name to kind of get that money behind him. Virgil Ortiz's agreement with Golden Boy, the zone's agreement with Golden Boy depending upon them being able to lock in Virgil for a big fight with Boots. So they really they're really on Golden Boy's head about making sure they finalize this agreement. So that's pretty much what's going on. Angie B. Golden Boy is looking to get a re-up with the zone, and the zone is looking for Virgil to lock in with Boots Ennis. So that's kind of where we at with it right now. Now, Coach, let me talk to you. Cook on these fights, Coach. The press conference is today for Ryan versus Barrios. Let's start with Ryan versus Barrios. Do you believe this opportunity Ryan will become a world champion?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't have no faith in this guy. I mean, he's talented, speed, power. That's pretty much about it. You know what I mean? Barrios should if Barrios can avoid getting hit with any big shots, and getting hurt, I think he has a very good chance to win the fight. He seemed to be the more consistent fighter. He seemed like he's a better overall fighter than Ryan Garcia. Like I say, Ryan does have a speed and a power advantage, but it's the overall picture. I think Barrios is the better fighter. I think he's a more proven fighter. I think he's fought the better opposition, but it could be a point also where Barrios has been out the ring for a while in activity, and he's been in a lot of tough fights. Barrios has had a lot of tough fights, so is the wear and tear going to show up in this fight? Not to mention Ryan Garcia is coming off, a bad loss from Rolly, so he has to go out there. He has to answer questions himself and to the public. Is he going to bounce back or is he going to lose again? Because he seemed to be a different fighter off the juice, off the Oscarine. So he's got a lot to
Yeah.
prove. Ryan does. He's got a lot to prove. I know that's probably been weighing on his mental. You know what I mean? Because everybody's saying that he's a cheater, and he was found guilty of having the substance in the system. So he's always going to have that stigma attached to him, whether he likes it or not. He's going to have to fight his way out of that stigma.
Yeah, 1000%, Coach. Now, are you expecting this fight to go the distance?
Yeah, I see the fight going the distance. Is Mario? Is he still working with Virgil Hunter?
To be honest with you, the last I checked, he had Joe Goosen in his corner.
Okay, 'cause I know he was working with Virgil Hunter at one time too. So yeah, so like
Absolutely.
he had a lot of good teachers. Now who
Yeah.
was Ryan Garcia? Who's he training with? Who's this trainer for this fight?
Yeah, right now they're saying he with his dad.
Okay. So he done left Derrick James alone then. All right, I got you. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be interesting, man. Like I say, I think they can come up with a good game plan. Joe Goose can come up with a good game plan. He knows Ryan Garcia pretty well. I think he was in the camp with him. So he knows some of the tendencies and all that stuff. Plus Joe Goose is an experienced trainer. He's been around the block a few times. So I'm pretty sure they can come up with a game plan to disarm Ryan Garcia. I mean, Rolly was able to come up with a game plan to disarm Ryan Garcia. Really, all you got to just look out for that left hook. You keep out on the left hook, keep your hand up, don't get caught with it. You'll be good. But Ryan don't really use his jab like that. He don't use the jab like Devin. He don't throw a lot of right hands either. But one thing about it, if he does get you hurt, he's a good finisher. Like if he get you buzzed or
Yeah.
get you wobbled, he'll get you out of there most of the time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So yeah, he's always gonna be dangerous because anytime you're dealing with a puncher, somebody with speed and power, they always gonna be dangerous. Because all it takes is just that one, to either to knock you down or get your spaghetti leg, and if they're a good finisher, they can get you out of there.
1000%. Now, are you expecting Golden Boy and Ryan to look towards a Conor Ben fight, or do you think they're gonna run a rematch with Devin or Rolly? What would you
They're
advise?
gonna.
What do you think gonna happen?
No, I think the best match for you go ahead and fight Devin. Go ahead and get paid. You get past Barrios. Go ahead and get that Devin Haney deal. Get it signed, sealed, and delivered. No more beating around the bush. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the fight that people want to see. That fight, it's going to have a lot of buzz around it. It'll have a lot of buzz. I know it's been a year and a half. It's been a pretty long time since they fought. Actually, it'll be 2 years probably by the time this April. It'll be 2 years. So it's been a long time coming. Long time coming. So they got to go ahead and get that on. I don't think they're gonna go with Conor Ben. Yeah, I don't see them going down that route. I don't think Ryan. I don't think Ryan probably don't want that fight. I think he prefers the Devin fight. I think both guys want to fight each other.
Yeah,
Plus,
it makes
go
sense.
yeah. My
Yeah, that
fault.
makes sense because they shouldn't have put it off the last time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they should. That's what the problem, man. Everybody they try to make these guys fight these tune-up fights or these kind of guys they think they're supposed to get by, and then next thing you know, somebody slip up, man. We've seen this happen time and time again, man. We seen with Mike Tyson when he slipped up against Buster Douglas. We seen Anthony Joshua slip up. We seen Deontay Wilder slip up. You know what I'm saying? We seen Ryan Garcia slip up. So that's what happened, man. You try to over marinate these fights, then somebody wind up slipping up. And that's what happened. Even Canelo Alvarez, he slipped up because he's supposed to win that fight. They was thinking. I know what the people said. A lot of people had a 50-50 fight, but most people, I ain't gonna say most people, but a lot of people did feel like Canelo was gonna win that fight. You know what I mean? Now the people who know boxing was probably leaning more towards Terrence Crawford. But on paper, it was a true 50-50 fight. So some people would consider the slip up for having the man come up 2 or 3 weight divisions and beat you when you already signed his 4-fight deal. So you supposed to keep moving, keep trucking. Terrence Crawford was just kind of supposed to be just a good test, but you were supposed to be able to get past that test, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get past the test. He failed the test.
Yeah, that's a great point, Coach. Because Turkey definitely invested that 4-fight deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Turkey really felt like Bud was gonna get down like that, he would have put that money in the Bud. You feel me? He would have gave Bud the long-term deal, the 2-fight deal, the 3-fight deal. But he got in the Canelo business. You know what I'm saying? Thinking Canelo was probably gonna edge the fight. Gonna be a good fight, but he probably had him picked. picked to win. Came up short. He got outclassed, man. Got
Yeah.
outclassed. Got took to school.
But the only thing is, coach, is that hold on, it's a little feedback. The only thing is, coach, is that all the fan interest is for the most, well, I won't say all the fan interest, but a lot of fan interest is around Canelo and Canelo events. So I think Riyadh and Turkey, they're more so just investing in the business of boxing, which is kind of based around Canelo for a lot of the boxing public. Canelo's a huge draw. I love watching Canelo fights. I bought Canelo pay-per-views. Now, has he always given me a great performance in the back half of his career? No. We've seen a lot of, you know, tough fights for Canelo. Fights where we thought that he could have stepped on the gas and got opponents out of there, like John Ryder, um, Jaime Munguia, Edgar Berlanga, right? So we just got to see. I think I think I hope to see Hamza versus Canelo. I think that's gonna be the fight in September. I think that's the fight to make in Saudi.
Yeah, I got Sherrod beat him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think, but it's what
Canelo,
I'm saying. Who else makes sense though?
nah, that's the match, man. That's what Turkey
Yeah.
gonna want to see. Turkey gonna want to see his homeboy get that. But at the end of the day, he already ducked the Cuban guy in Glacier. I think he's supposed to be in line to get the fight with Canelo, but Canelo didn't want no smoke. Or friggin' Jaime Munguia.
What's up?
Juan
What up,
Claudio, how
man?
you feeling, bro?
Nah, man, hey, bro, living life. How y'all is doing with y'all?
We doing good. You already know.
Chill.
Let me you at the station? You at the train station?
Nah, man, I'm at work, bro.
Oh, uh, let me ask you this, Juan. So they got the press conference for Ryan and Barrios today,
Right.
and they just added Gary Antoine Russell versus Hanny Idioka on the undercard.
Okay. What you
Tell,
think about my
tell,
thoughts?
tell me about that. Yeah, tell me about it as a main event and co-main. Is that worth pay-per-view dollars for you? Are you going to purchase pay-per-view for those two fights?
Nah. Get out of
And Pooh, what's
here.
happening, Pooh?
Nah, that ain't a pay-per-view fight. I don't know. Nah, hell no, that ain't a pay-per-view fight.
Now, let me ask you this. So do they need to do it like they did the Riyadh season with Benavidez, Devin Haney, Bam Rodriguez, Abdullah Mason? So do you need Floyd Schofield Jr. and Richardson Hitchens fights added to this card if you have those four names
Nah,
with
I mean,
opponents?
I don't know because if that's the only two fights that are announced for the damn night, I know.
Right now, those are the two that's confirmed. The
Okay,
press
so
conference is today.
let me take away that Ryan is a pay-per-view star. Let me just clear that out. I'm sorry, God. Ryan is a pay-per-view star. Is this fight pay-per-view worthy? I don't think it is. But again, Mario Barrios is a champion, former tank opponent, has some type of recognition, so I guess why. But if we was to really sit there and talk about what is the situation with these guys, and if the situations would be like, all right, well, Mario Barrios hasn't looked great, you know, and then Ryan obviously just lost to Broly, and then you got Andy Hidioka, that's really not really well known, and then you got Gary Antoine, which again, Gary's never really been on a pay per view. I don't believe, from what I know, I don't believe he has been on it. But if this is just the two fights, I don't think this is a pay per view card. I think it's we're more added on with what we know, within the next couple weeks. Then if I can see what's the next, couple fights after that or before then, then I'm like, all right, cool. This probably makes it into a pay per view card, but right now it doesn't make it into a pay per view card. Just because you have Ryan in there, it doesn't mean it's a legit pay per view card.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that. I'm looking up now to see who's being rumored about. what fights are going to be confirmed and already rumored. Gary Antoine versus Andy Hideo, Richardson Hitchens versus Oscar Duarte, and then strongly, okay, okay, cool. So those are the three fights that we're looking at. Those are the three fights that were rumored to be on the card. So Richardson Hitchens, Oscar Duarte, Gary Antoine Russell, Andy Hideo, Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios.
Yo, is this card gonna be on the DAZN pay-per-view?
1000%.
Yeah, I mean, so all they doing is just it's a
So
smart strategy.
so hold on, my fault. So I didn't even know that. So in reality, this shit is really not even a pay-per-view card. Because if you still got the basic ass subscription and you a broke boy,
No.
I'm just gonna let you be. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you're paying for the $44 one, then all right, cool. It's really technically not even a pay-per-view card. It's just part of your subscription. Cool. Okay. I get it. Now I see it. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. This is fine.
Well, hold
This
on. Let
is
me
this
say
is
this.
straight.
Shout out to the EBT boys, man. Listen, I'm definitely down with y'all. And but listen, I'm gonna come up with my 45. That's what I'm saying. Even if you ain't got no money, you still gotta work. So
Not facts.
and you still gotta have a certain quality of living. So that's what I'm saying. You getting week for $45 a month, you getting Andy Cruz, Raymond Mortalia, and then whatever other fights, Moses and March. We're gonna get Emmanuel Navarrete versus Nunez, Sugar Nunez. That's gonna be a good fight. But like you were saying, these cards, these ring cards, what they're doing is they're putting multiple fights that they pretty much have purchased or paying for. So like Richardson Hitchens versus Duarte, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. These guys have to fight somewhere at some time. So, and with the ultimate package for the zone, they locked us in for 12 months at
Hmm.
$45. You
Yep.
cannot get out of this.
Hmm.
Freeze mad at me now, and I'm mad at myself too. I didn't know. Of course, when you sign up for a subscription, you typically can cancel it anytime.
You can't
So they
cancel
didn't
the
say,
$45.
yeah, you cannot cancel it. And you have to change your card. And of course, they probably could still bill you. So that's doing too much, right? So you
Right.
pretty much got to come up with that 45. And Free like, yeah, he's like, yeah, November we done with this. But I'm like, yeah, in November they're gonna have some banging fights, and then they're gonna
I
have like
mean,
two or three, four probably
I
fights
mean
in
to take,
December.
I
So
mean
they're
to
gonna
tell you
keep
the
you
truth.
in.
I mean to tell you the truth though, like the subscription's not bad. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a fucking, it's a world beater, but it's a very good subscription if like you're really a boxing fan and like you really enjoy fights and you really enjoy sit
Hmm.
there. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't care who's fighting, you just want to watch a fight. Cool. You can have this subscription, and I suggest people that that don't really want to keep
No,
buying pay-per-views. Hey, watch it. Yeah, dude, you could definitely get this subscription for your little $45 a month for 12 months. I mean, $45 for me ain't really shit, but you know what I'm saying? For a lot of people, it could be something, but
right.
it's $45. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, you got to come up with it. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, unless you're a fire stick boy and you got a nice one. I mean,
Shit, and
and
now they
so just
don't
to
even need
answer
the fire
Carrie,
stick.
no, you cannot cancel. Shout out to Bentley. Bentley, appreciate you pulling up.
You don't even need the you don't even need the fire stick. I got an app that y'all could be using.
See there. Yep, I'm with you on that. But nah, but see, with the ultimate package, they do have us guaranteed for 12 pay-per-views. So if they don't want a class action, they're gonna give us 12 pay-per-views. Now, thus far, we've
You got
gotten
and you got to also remember, like if you a soccer fan, you a thingy fan, you get all those matchups, bro. You don't even have to pay for nothing else. Like you get those matchups covered, like all those, like all of it. They're doing a lot of different sports on the zone, bro. It's not just boxing. There's a whole bunch of other things on the zone. I'm sounding like a damn
they
spokesman.
have in there whatever the zone has set it up to where you're gonna have to remove your card or change your card information to stop paying it. And then there's no option to cancel.
Nah, that's a fact. That's great.
Yeah, so
That sounds crazy though. Tell you the truth.
when you go on the website, that's what even free. I know y'all heard free the other day. free. You cannot cancel it. Like it's not an option.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're
crazy.
locked in for 12 months.
Get the fuck out of here. You'll have to fight me for 12 months.
$540.
I think that's why people. I think that's why people. They
Give me a
stop.
number. How many people you think signed up for that ultimate package? One,
A whole bunch of people.
a
Not thinking, but not
crazy
thinking though.
amount. Now
Not
think
thinking
about
though.
it.
But
They say over 20 million. They got over 20 million people with the zone, right? Hold on, let me look it
right.
up real quick. I think it's a lot more than that. I'll do the math. Let me see. But I put it up. I put it out there yesterday. I just put 2.5 million, right?
Carrier was
Let's say
going home
2.5
plate,
million
boy.
people. That's 1.35 billion in revenue just on 2.5 million people for that 12-month period.
They
I
getting
don't
that
know, bro.
bread, man.
You would have to.
So it could be more than that.
I mean, but because how much is that yearly subscription if you pay it for like the whole year? Like $200 something, right? Some shit like that.
Say that again, one.
I said when you pay for the fucking that you know how that you pay
Oh yeah, they gave you an annual.
yeah the annual yearly shit. How do you how much is that? Man?
The Zone has reportedly 15 million premium paying subscribers globally. Let me see. An annual price of $500 a month. I mean, $500 a year, or $450 a year. I think you can get it for 450. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, the Zone is a good app, Kerry. I agree 100%. My bad. I did. I had to look out for my brother Juan. It definitely sounded like he's turning like I had to replace my lights, my side marker lights on my car, and I had to use a little wrench or whatever. That was light work, but it sounded like Juan was really getting to it. He was putting his elbow into something. Um, let me see. Annual upfront, one time a year, 225. The cheapest option. Hold on. No, that's cap. That's cap. $450 includes all pay per view. So if you want to do, you can do $45 a month, which is about almost $540 for the year, or you can do $450 up front and cover it for the full 12 months.
Hey, be my fault.
You could,
My fault. I'm rolling this shit. This shit is heavy as fuck. That's why.
right, I know. But 450 for the month. I mean, 450 for the year. What you think about that, Coach?
Man, that ain't bad, man. It's like by the time you done bought five pay per views from the PDC, you don't spend that anyway. Plus your cable subscription. I think you gotta have a cable subscription to buy PBC pay per view. I can't remember. I ain't bought one in so long. So yeah, like I see a lot of
Nah,
people.
you can now they on Prime, so you can
Oh
just
yeah, cool. Okay, that's even better then. But yeah, it's like at the end of the day, all they doing they just fulfilling their contract, making sure that they get 12 pay per views. And it's a good business model, man. You know what I mean? Because it basically kind of offsets some of the price of the promoter. And something like a really, really big fight, they've been either putting it on Netflix or the Turkey really just been putting up the money for those fights where those guys is making the astronomical amounts of money. You're making the 30 and 40 and 50 million. That is something that Turkey been putting up, like his wish list type of fight.
yeah.
But
Let me
yeah,
say this real
it's a
quick,
good business
Coach.
model. But now I tell you what I'm tripping about. Gary Antoine
Hey, Coach, let
Russell
me just
is
put this on record real quick for
yeah.
Carrier. Um, the Zone does have a standard flex for $30 a month. Uh, if you want 359 annual costs on that, so that you can cancel at any time. Other than that, they have the standard monthly saver, that's 20 a month, but you are locked into a 12-month contract. And then the ultimate package, you can pay it up front for 450, or you can do 45 a month, which includes pay-per-view. So if you want the standard annually, you can pay 225. that does not include the pay-per-views. So they're gonna get an additional $225 from you for the year if you do the ultimate. Now, if you pay for your pay-per-view separately, whichever ones you want, of course, that'll be, 60, $70 depending on the event. But yeah, so they do allow for the um, the cancellation every month, well, whenever, which is good. I knew that they had that, but when they sold me on the fact that because it was the Eubank Jr. Versus Conor Ben, then we had the Haney Norman Benavidez Yard, Abdullah Bam. So they gave us a crazy card, and then they had anyway on the end of it. I was like, respectfully, shout out to my brother Marky Dan. I was kind of seeing if I can get out of it after the Benavidez Haney. Because you know what I'm saying, in a way, respectfully, we need to see him fight Junto or Bam. Outside of that, we know what we getting, and even then, we seeing that he's not gonna blow these guys away, like he was um different opposition. Like this different competition for him to probably get some real good work at 126. Was Yo Daddy was good, man. So we just got to see. Coach, you still in here with me? Cook on Gary Antoine.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, man. Gary probably gonna wind up being like his brother, man. He just getting all these like off-brand fighters that he get matched up with. He ain't never had like a marquee name on his joint. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the Russell brothers did or why they keep doing them guys like that, man. 'Cause isn't he a champion?
Yeah, he's the 140 WBA champion.
That's what I'm saying, man. But why he getting all these off-brand matchups? Why he can't get any of the bigger names in the ring with him? You know,
Well,
this should be Gary and Richardson Henderson. They should be fighting each other
well,
on
see,
this card.
Andy, you remember? Yeah, I'm with you, Coach. But that Andy, let me get this off real quick, Coach. The Andy kid stepped aside to let Gary fight Ryo. So he was in position. Andy Hiroka been in position. Now they did kind of step over Kenneth Sims somewhat. We all know the history. When Rolly got the belt, and Kenneth Sims didn't kind of get the fight and whatnot, whatever the case may be. Or then they were trying to keep Barossa at number one. It was a whole bunch of wild stuff happening. But anyway, so yeah, Gary, this what I'm saying, Coach. This fight has been pushed out so long. Gary was supposed to been fulfilled his mandatory so he can do a big fight. So yeah, they were gonna do this fight a couple of times already. This is like it was proposed. It was supposed to be on the August card, the August Tank versus Lamont. Then it got moved um to the Jake Paul card. They were gonna put it on the Jake versus Tank card. And now it's on the Ryan Barrios. So it's gonna be almost a year since Gary Antoine has fought, dealing with this belt, having this belt, right? And having this mandatory obligation. And that's why a lot of these guys don't want these belts because they're tethered to them. Now look, Ryan would have beat Rolly and had to fight Giasov, or looked like he was ducking Giasov. So he got his 20 million, he bounced. He didn't let his hands go. If they would have gave him a draw, he would have been happy. He'd have been like, cool. I don't get the belt, give me a draw. You know what I'm saying? But no, they gave you a loss. They want because he did lose, right? But that
Yeah,
belt, man, that belt, it come with a lot of obligations that mess these guys' business up sometimes.
yeah, I understand. Yeah, so I know you got to get them. The man, deserve to pay they. You know what I'm saying? So, because he did step aside multiple times. So yeah, I can dig it, man. But maybe that's why they got Gary and Hitchison on the same card. Maybe they trying to build it up so they can fight on the next card. Like I can see what you're saying. It's like you can't match all your top guys up on the same card because then you ain't gonna have that left But then they also got to start entertaining the possibility of doing rematches, man. They need to go back to doing that. Right now, they're getting away from it. If you have noticed, the trend is no rematches. Nobody's fighting anybody twice most of the time. So if they go back to doing that, they can get more fights. Especially if the guys go out there and put on a good fight, and it was entertaining, and everybody walked away happy. The fans walked away happy. Good fight. Hey, why not do it again? You know what I'm saying? So I think they
I'm
need to
with you a
bring
thousand
that back,
percent.
man. The rematches. We got to start getting more rematches in boxing.
I'm with you on that, coach. Talk about the Richardson Hitchens versus Oscar Duarte. What
Oh
you
yeah.
expect to see in that?
Man, Henderson about to outbox him and show him how it is. Like the truth. Can't do that, bro. I mean, Duarte, I like Duarte. He's definitely a fun fighter to watch. That's too easy.
What's your thoughts on the matchup, coach?
Yeah. Good fight, man. All these fights are competitive. Duarte, like I said, when he beat Kenneth Sam, that showed me something. Cause I thought Sims was gonna get the job done. I felt like he was the more superior boxer. He was in his hometown. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of set up for him, so to speak. But Duarte, he didn't follow the script. So to
Nah,
me,
I think Kenny just fought his fight though. To tell you the truth, if Kenny was to really be boxing and shit, moving and using those legs, like it would have been a whole different story though. Like he fought his fight like he's trying to outdog a dog. Like you're not gonna do that.
but Duarte, he makes people do that. He did the same thing with Ryan. He made Ryan fight his fight too. That dude's pretty good at imposing himself, man. And it wasn't to the fact that when Ryan got him hurt, that fight was still in the balance. That was a competitive matchup, and that fight was still up in the air till Ryan got him hurt. And Duarte, from what I understand, he's a strong puncher, so he has a good engine. He has a way of making people fight his fight. So we're going to see if he's able to impose his will on Richard Hitchison. Yeah, but Hitchison, he should get the job done. I believe he probably is.
He got the best jab. He got one of the best jabs in boxing. To tell you the truth, I don't think he's gonna let Duarte do what he normally does. I think obviously Kenny. I mean Duarte is probably a little smaller. I would say he's a little smaller. I think Hitch is a bigger 40, but it's just he can fight. I mean I just don't think he's top tier, but I think he definitely can fight.
Nah, for sure. I'm looking forward to this at the end of this month though. 31st, man, it's going down. Like what, about 10 days away or something like that? 11 days? 9 days. The date's 22nd, right? Shit.
Yeah. Who you picking, coach?
Man. Whew. That's a 50-50 right there, man.
Theo Shakur.
Man, to be honest, man, I don't know who's gonna win, man. I really don't. Something telling me that T.O. gonna win the fight. But I have been wrong before, so you can't hope. So don't go out there and put no money on that like that. I just gotta, sometimes you just have a feeling. You know what I'm saying? I feel like T.O. is gonna win the fight, but T.O. can go out there and get his butt kicked too. But that's just the intuition, the feeling that I'm having, the gut feeling. Just like I'm not really certain about Shakur. I think that's really the reason why I'm kind of leaning toward T.O. a little bit because to me, I'm not certain about Shakur. Now Shakur has some impressive wins. Definitely a highly skilled fighter, talented, great pedigree, ring IQ, defense. He's a good fighter, tremendous fighter. But I think a lot of people sleeping on T.O. too. You know what I'm saying? They counting him out. So sometimes you count somebody out, man. That needs like some extra motivation. So you never know. You'll never know what you're gonna get. I'm interested to see. I think the key to the fight is T.O. is gonna have to be able to hurt Shakur. So that's gonna be if he's able to hurt Shakur, that could be the the game changer. Like it's kind of like how Devin Haney hurt Brian Norman. Once he hurt him and dropped him, the game changed, man. So we're just going to see, man. For some reason I just think this. I think T.O. gonna get it, man. I wouldn't put my money. This is like a pick 'em fight to me, so I can't really just solidly say who I think gonna win the fight. I mean, I can make a case for both
You can hear me,
guys. I
coach?
put it like that. I mean, Shakur should win, but T.O. could win. You feel me? A lot of times, just cause the person that should win don't always win. So yeah, Shakur should win. On paper, he should win. The betting odds are in his favor. He's the betting favorite. But T.O. could win this fight. It's not I wouldn't I wouldn't call it an upset.
Who's more likely to get dropped, coach?
Shakur. Cause they say it's first time for everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though the guy that T.O. is the one who's been dropped twice, I think maybe 2 to 3 times, something like that. There's always there's a first time for everything. And Shakur, he may be like Floyd, but one thing we know about Floyd had a chin. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason Floyd didn't go down. Floyd could take a punch. Floyd got cracked by some heavy hitters. He didn't go down. Now he may have got hurt. He may have got wobbled. He may have did the stinky leg, but he didn't go down. And every time he got hurt, wobbled, or did the stinky leg, he always came back and got the job done in tremendous fashion. You know what I'm saying? So Shakur, like, it's the first time for everything. We may see Shakur hurt, wobble, even dropped in this fight. Now, if he get up and get the job done, hey, that's more power to him.
Now, the odds right now on this is Shakur is plus 310 to get dropped, and T.O. is plus 410. So you're right, coach. Even the bookies believe it's more likely that Shakur gets dropped than T.O.
Yeah, that's wild. Even though the guy T.O.'s the one that's been dropped on multiple occasions, but like you said, even with Roy, that was the question with Roy. What kind of, we don't know if he can take a punch. Remember when they kept saying that because they never really seen Roy, really hurt that bad or drop, and that was a question mark. And that's what you get. A lot of times you get these really good defensive fighters. You don't know if they can take a punch. You don't know if you can take a punch until you kind of take one. If that makes sense, a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, and like I say, Shakur could have a granite chin. That's possible. He may have a chin like Canelo or like Triple G. I'm not saying he don't. I don't know if he does, but I think it's going to be tested. I think his chin is going to be tested this fight. I think it's going to be tested more than it has been in past fights. Like say he's moving up, he's fighting a bigger guy. You remember Shakur I think Shakur started his campaign, his fight career off at 126, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he climbed the ranks. So he's moving up.
Family. The West Coast is up.
But Shakur could have so much craft in him that T.O.'s not able to land that shot. Shakur is good at rolling punches, and he's good at taking steam off of shots. You know what I'm saying? That's a skill. But yeah, he does get hurt, but he know how to roll them shots.
Hey, the real Sean. Salute, Mr. Sean. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, I like this fight, man. This is gonna be a fight for the record books. I think the winner of this fight, it should be in conversations to fight the biggest fight in the sport. Like, not more so unification, but I feel like Devin, I think, like you saying, coach, We need to see Devin and Ryan, and then we need to see the winner of that matchup fight Shakur Tio winner. Now, let me ask you this, right? How do you all look at Shakur and Tio moving to 147? Do you feel like both of those guys is going to be able to transition to 147 and beat a Devin Haney, or do you think that's going to be a bit too much of a task?
They both admirable fighters though. At 47, though, the only thing is the weight discrepancy because these are the bigger dudes that are coming down. You know what I'm saying? Now they're the dudes that are coming up. I mean, in reality, I think they both can do good. Again, I've said it before. Teal's probably one of the most uh, athletic fucking fighters ever that I've ever seen, and Shakur is one of the most, one of the best IQ fighters I've ever seen. So there's always chances for them to be successful at any weight class they compete at. I just think, obviously, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have hurdles. They're gonna be the smaller man in a lot of fights. They're gonna be, outweighed fight night. So it depends on what it is.
I'm with you on that. And listen, I'm just thinking of it like this, right? Shakur, if he doesn't go to 147, he can still, he like you say, he has the option to campaign at 140, and it's some smoke there for him. Or he can go back down to 135. Now, what's the more legacy defining route though, y'all? Like what really makes sense monetarily as well? Because Turkey needs to find a they need the Riyadh season needs to find an opponent for Devin because Connor Ben and all these other guys are kind of moving away from taking the fight. So it looks like that is, and then Keyshawn is even positioning himself to go 147. If you care about the fights, Carrier, then you will be like tell Shakur to go up to 47 and fight Devin Haney. That's the fight. I mean, listen, y'all, you rather see Shakur fight Dalton Smith or Devin Haney, Gary Antoine or Devin Haney. Come on, man. Go up and that will be his. So he's a champion at 126. He's a champion at 130. Shakur champion at 135. If he can beat Tio, that's 140, and Devin will be 147. So at the end of it all, he could really just cement himself as pretty much the best of the era if he beats Tio and Devin. Why fight Gary Antoine or um yeah. I mean, I did this stuff is it's as black as white as I can put it. The Devin Haney fight is definitely better for the business side of things, and also, um, dare I say, more winnable than Gary Antoine at 140. I mean, Gary Antoine at 140, that's gonna be a tough fight. You know, Devin Haney. But with that being said, I'm gonna say something. What I tell y'all how I believe about Shakur, right? I don't really see. I have Shakur beating Tiafimo. I'm picking Shakur to win that fight. Uh, Fairly easy. I'm picking him by decision, but I'm gonna probably just take a money line because there's no reason to. I'm not being greedy, you know. So, and this thing he's like -295. You could parlay that with something, right, for the weekend. Maybe go with the young guy Khalil Cole. I'm going with Khalil Cole too. So, do a Shakur Khalil Cole type of, something like that. Now, and then we can look at the rest, right? Now, none of these guys is going to beat Shakur. I hate to burst y'all bubble. I know y'all talk about power and everybody got their favorite fighter. They're not gonna beat Shakur Stevenson. This is it's boxing. It's the hit and not get hit game. Now, if y'all can find somebody that can effectively cut the distance without getting their head snapped back, um, we'll see. We'll see that person. Maybe it'll be a Devin Haney, maybe it'll be somebody at a different weight, but
Nah,
Shakur
sometimes
Stevenson.
B3, you put too much faith in this guy, and I understand you put a lot of stock in this kid, man. And not to cut you off, but I got to stop you there,
Good
man.
coach.
Bro, I seen the best of the best, man. I seen the best of the best, and trust me,
Bubble.
it just cause he ain't got in front of the right guy, man. And a lot of times, it ain't the guy that you think is gonna give him a problem. It's the guy that you don't even think is gonna give him a problem. Like James Toney, the great as he is, Montel Griffin had his number, man. It ain't always the name guy. It'll be an off-brand dude that give you the most trouble, dog. The Drunken Master gave Mayweather fits. A dude that had an upside-down record. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't buying it. I mean, Shakur's a good fighter. He's the best I ever seen. Absolutely not. Unequivocally, not even close. Not even in the same stratosphere. He's a good fighter, but he's not the best I ever seen. He don't have the body of work. He don't have enough killers on his resume.
Thank you, Coach.
Man, I ain't you know what I mean? That's a young Shakur, man. It is. I mean, he a good fighter. I ain't taking that man from him. And that's yet to be determined because the man's career is not over. His career is not over with.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta stop doing this. We gotta stop comparing fighters. I feel like we gotta just let dudes have they time in the sun, man. Let they have their time in the sun. Then we can critique them after. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Um,
kind of
and
hard,
that's
Juan.
just the biggest. That's just the biggest problem right now. I feel like when everybody does that, they be like, "Oh, well, he compared to Floyd. But why are you comparing him to Floyd?"
Well, I won't even do that, Juan. How about this?
Pre-fight one. Who you picking to beat Shakur?
Who do I think can beat Shakur?
Yeah.
I think Dev can beat Shakur. I think Dev gives him fits. I think I think Gary Antoine beats him for sure. That's like a for sure thing. Like I can put the make on that for sure.
So
Yeah, nah, for sure.
you think Gary gonna put too much pressure on his ass? Ain't gonna be able to get away. Ain't gonna be nowhere
Nah,
to breathe.
not. It's not even that the pressure. I think he's just as athletic. He's just as fast. He's probably a little bit faster, and he punches hard. And he's very, very high level IQ. Like he showed that against Ryu. Very high level IQ. So
But he does
you know,
apply pressure, and he know how to
he
cut
did.
that ring off.
Yeah,
Look
man.
at
Nowhere to breathe in there when you
look
fighting
at what
Gary.
YD said. He said Gary.
Gary, everybody got their own pick of who they think could beat him, bro.
Gary.
Y'all be worried about losses. Like,
Hey,
let me
y'all
ask
can hear
y'all
me,
this.
Coach Eddie. Smoke, you in here?
Yeah, I'm in here. Can you hear me?
Can
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
hear
back,
me,
brother.
man? Okay,
Okay.
Coach Eddie hear me.
Um,
Smoke dog.
yeah. Okay. I just want to ask y'all this real fast. Do y'all think that he's a better fighter than James Toney? Defensively. You think he's better defensively than James Toney?
He knows how to keep his distance. He's a very, 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 very good at distance. Like very, very, very good. He knows how to
Not what
keep
I asked
distance.
you on. I said
Defensive. See,
defense.
but
Defense.
but defensive. You see, when you talk about defense, like you can't be like, well, we can compare Mayweather's defense to Cardinal because it's two different defenses.
They
Like,
do. They already
no, but
doing it. They
yeah, I
already
know, but
doing
that's
it.
but Bud even said that's two different defenses. One uses his waist, uses his legs, uses his movement. The other uses, the Philly shell, knows how to time you very correctly. That's one thing people don't understand. Like when you defense could be 10 different fucking things. You know what I'm saying? You can use your legs. That's what I'm saying. Like his defense is his legs. That's what he uses, his legs. Like
Listen,
you see why he don't get touched is because he knows how to keep his distance.
let me say
That's
this
the
real
reason why.
quick. I know y'all cooking, and I'm with you. You 1,000% right, man. Um, to my brother Kerry, he said all B3 favorite fighters is undefeated. Well, I mean, I'm Black American. I mean, and the Black American fighter runs boxing. So I mean, if you can't beat him, that I mean, what you want me to do? I mean, find somebody that can beat him. I mean, and listen, I'm saying this. I rewatched the Haney Loma this morning because we was talking about it yesterday. The rounds that Loma won was 3, 5, 10, and 11. He won 4 rounds, 8-4. So I did revise my score. I watch it again, and it's 8-4. Devin Haney.
That sounds like some bullshit. Like you want a Devin Haney interview or something.
Smoke, how you have it scored?
At minimum, draw. And if I had to pick somebody, it was Loma.
Come on, man.
You mean Loma was catching him with the cleanest shots?
No, he wasn't.
All right,
You wasn't scoring. That means you wasn't scoring the body shots. You wasn't scoring. You wasn't scoring when Devin was pressing down on Loma and Loma couldn't get away from them body shots.
And that means you wasn't scoring
You
when Loma had him on the back foot and he talking about some. He figured me out, and he had lost every round from there.
No, he won the 12th round. So now you gonna lie?
Yeah, damn 12th round, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then T Hill, hold on. And then T Hill was on here yesterday talking about Dev lost 5 straight rounds at one point in the fight. Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen,
You got it. You got it.
Smoke.
Shakur Stevenson. These dudes are already all-time masterful greats, better than Roy Jones, James Toney, Pernell Whitaker, all of them. They already better than them. Already. One guy fought somebody. Who said that? B3.
Nah,
Huh?
Smoke
He said what? What'd he say? What'd you say?
Smoke is just emotional right now because I
No,
said
what did you
Devin won
say, bro?
8-4.
I
I
know
don't
you
know
said
why.
some way out shit. What did you say?
I don't know. Smoke. I mean, I was saying that I don't think none of these guys is gonna beat Shakur. I don't think Teal's gonna beat him. And I don't think Gary Antoine is gonna beat him.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with saying that. What's this
Yeah,
way
I didn't
out
say
shit
I
I
don't
heard?
smoke was just talking about Roy Jones. So don't get into all that. We can get back.
Shakur better than all of them. He better than all of them, Mr. Shelton.
He said
Shakur,
what?
who ain't
He
fought
said
no
what?
damn body.
Wait. Slow down, Smoke. He said what?
No. I'm
He
just
said
saying,
what?
like Shakur, like the way they talk about Shakur, he's this all-time masterful great that has whooped everybody's ass, but he ain't fought nobody.
Listen, we comparing them to this era. Like y'all saying, you comparing them to the greats of the past. We can't do that. I'm saying based on the competition that's around right now, I think he's the best.
Right now. You said that right now, right?
Why do you think he's the best?
Yeah.
Okay, right now. Okay. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Why
There's
do
nothing wrong
you
with saying
think
that.
But
Shakur is the best?
because he's always able to enable his game plan and he really doesn't have to adjust outside of it and he can't be beaten.
Because
He's the
he's
Nobody's
best
been
always the
able
right
favorite.
now.
He's the
Mr.
Oh,
favorite
Shelton,
in every fight.
right
He's
because
always the
now.
favorite.
Hey, listen, hold on. But I'm just saying that he's still fighting a man. Right
because
now.
nobody has been able to take him out of his game plan yet.
hey, Mr.
We
Shelton.
don't know if that's never going to happen, but so far it hasn't.
Well,
I can agree with that.
Hold on. Zepeda somewhat took him out of his game
No,
plan.
he did not. No, he did not. Don't do that.
Hold on, Mr.
Cepeda
Shelton.
lost every fucking round.
No. Let him know.
Yeah,
Let him go.
but he didn't.
Let him go.
But he
Let him
didn't fight
go.
he didn't fight tradition. He took a lot of punches in that fight. He
What
took a
did he
lot of. He
tell
took a
you?
lot of
And what
shots.
did he say? What did he say? What did
He said he
Shakur say
ain't
about
doing it
that?
again.
But what did he say before he said I ain't doing it again? What did he say?
Oh no, tell me.
He said I did that because I wanted to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
Right.
cap. That's cap.
Okay.
That I don't
He did that
believe
for the
that for
Mickey
1
Mouse
minute.
rule. He did that for that
Well, it
Mickey
doesn't
Mouse
matter
rule.
if you believe it or not. What matters is
You talking about the Tom and
Zepeda
Jerry?
couldn't take him out of his game plan.
No,
That's what
I agree
matters.
with you. I agree with you.
He
But I'm
fought
saying
the fight he wanted
I
to
agree with you
fight.
on that. He's not
He
good enough
fought
to
the
do that
fight
to
he
Shakur.
wanted to fight, and Zepeda could do nothing about it.
Let me ask you
And the
this.
same thing is going to happen when he fights this guy on the 31st. He's going to fight the fight he wants to fight, and the guy that he's fighting on the 31st ain't going to be able to do anything about it.
No, I disagree, man.
I damn sure disagree with that.
I disagree even when you say see that's what guys do when they want to save face. Talking about the only reason you hit these cause I let you. Bull crap. Bull crap. That's lying, bro.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I'll go with that. Now I'm gonna ask you this: how many rounds did you give Williams and Pettis in that fight?
No,
And
I
you
ain't
could
talking
even
about
be good.
round. I'm talking
Well,
about
I'm asking. Was he competitive in the fight?
it
In
was a competitive fight.
It was not. It was not.
It was a
But we
competitive fight.
disagree. But we disagree. Go ahead. We disagree.
It was competitive. It was a competitive fight that Shakur probably won 10 rounds, 10 to 2. It was competitive, and we have seen competitive one-sided fights. It happens in boxing.
I don't think you can have them both, Coach. I think it's either one or the other. Either it's competitive or it's one-sided. And I don't think it could be both.
Haney Loma. Good job, Coach.
Yeah,
That was Haney Loma was a competitive fight.
You can have a competitive one-sided
9-4.
fight.
Look, a 9-4. So now you got 13
I mean,
rounds. See what I'm saying, bro?
8-4.
He's murdering niggas, bro. B3 is hanging niggas out to dry.
8-4 is better than what happened to Zepeda Shakur. Zepeda Shakur was 10-2 at best.
Man, them people said Shakur was losing because of all them punches he took.
But I'm saying you can have a fight,
and that's why we listen to those people.
Because
those
you can lose every round in a competitive fight.
Are you talking about these people don't know what they're talking about?
Whoever thought that fight was.
Yeah, your daughter saw that shit. He almost knocked your ass up.
You can lose every round in a competitive fight. You really can. But hey, Bernard Hopkins done it. Bernard Hopkins was a master of winning competitive fights, close fight. Bernard Hopkins was great at winning close rounds because he knew how to. So the round would be competitive, and then Bernard would just do enough just to nick that round. But you can do that.
I hear you, but I venture to say that ain't none of these dudes Bernard Hopkins or even close.
No, but Shakur Stevenson is such a defensive guru like that. I think people think he's better than James Toney.
He ain't that. He definitely ain't that. He definitely ain't that.
They don't have a resume of the amount of fights to even say that. And that's really what it come down to. They don't got the tape. You done seen too much of James. I was watching James the other day. It's nobody like James.
So how much tape have you seen of Shakur that just be like, can't nobody touch him? And he ain't fought nobody. He been bigger, stronger, faster, quicker than damn near everybody ever fought. He been
a favorite.
Come on, man. Like this is his first fight where he ain't got all the advantages, and everybody just like he just gonna whoop Tio. Like I went back and watched Tio. He just ain't gonna fucking whoop Tio.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Since she's screaming and howling Tio. What happened to Tio against Sandor Martin? Where was all this advantages and all this speed and power against Sandor Martin? Where'd it go?
It could be that Shakur. I mean, Sandor the better fighter than we give him credit for. See, we don't know a guy. We automatically dismiss him.
No, Coach. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about people talking about Shakur Tio got all this speed and power and athleticism. Where was it against Sandor Martin? Because I didn't see it.
It was neutralized. I don't think Shakur punched harder than Sandor Martin. How about that shit?
So he just pulls it out when he feels like it, is what you trying to tell me?
It seems to be that way, don't it?
Okay. He better pull that shit out on January 31st. I bet you that. He better pull that shit out.
I bet he do. And I don't want to hear nobody up here backtracking, talking about I don't want to hear no downplaying Shakur, or I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Can we lock in a friendly 25?
Cool.
All right, cool. I got Shakur.
Bet. Taking Tio.
Okay, wow.
Taking Tio on the fact that I can't believe that everybody got this fight just so one-sided.
Don't bet emotionally, bro.
Believe that, man.
Don't bet emotionally, bro.
One-sided, bro. Like, damn, it just
tell me what advantage do you see that Tio has? I don't see him having any advantages. What advantage do you see him having? He's not bigger. He's not taller. He's not longer. Power. He's not faster.
He's explosive, speed, and he's unpredictable. He's awkward.
Hasn't been any of that at 140. Hasn't been any of that at 140.
Don't y'all just say the
Big
real
Illy.
I do not like Tio because he's out of the ring act Just tell the truth. You don't like him. A lot of guys just don't like him. Because I've heard all his accomplishments.
No. I'm just saying he hasn't been.
Mr. Shelton fell off.
I just seen
Damn, that was bad. That joint happened quick. He was right in mid sentence. Go ahead, coach.
Man, like I said, I don't know who's gonna win the fight. Shakur should win, but T.O. could win. And that's the point I'm saying. Even like Shakur's never been in a fight where he wasn't a favorite, a large favorite. He'd never been in a fight where they said, man, you might get knocked out. When Floyd fought Diego Corrales, they said Floyd was gonna get knocked out. He was an underdog in that fight. They said he's too little. They said he's too small, so he's gonna get knocked out.
He went in there and beat the brakes off of that boy. Beat the brakes off of him. You feel what I'm saying?
I want to see how these dudes come in the week next week. But I think Shakur is going to be ready for this matchup.
You don't think
I think it's going to be a hell of a fight.
That's why it's a 50.
Hold on, I can't hear smoke. Let me refresh.
You see what I'm saying, Coach? People don't think T.O. going to. That's why it's a 50-50 fight. But since I've heard so many people say that Shakur's going to wipe the floor with him. I heard one dude say Shakur going to stop him. I was like, what?
Man, Josh Padley, he made a decent account of himself till he got stopped. He did okay for a dude just getting off the couch on 2 days' notice.
You know what I'm saying? That man went to work on Wednesday, got a call on Thursday, flew in there Friday night, and was ready to damn fight Saturday. Like, come on, man.
And the man went 9 rounds with a quote unquote all-time great or pound for pound fighter. If he was all that fight wasn't supposed to go past three rounds, man.
And he hurt his hand in that fight. And had to
get him out of there.
He hurt his hand in that fight too.
Man, we not gonna act like Josh Padley can box.
I'm saying he
he's a tough guy, and that's what I'm saying. Who is T.O. stepped on at 140?
That's what I'm saying. Neither one of it. They ain't neither one of them. These guys are on the same level, just different. If that makes sense, they're the same caliber of fighter, brother. They're the same. They're on the same caliber. They're the same caliber fighter, but they fight in a different manner. But their caliber is the same. Like Terrence Crawford is a different caliber fighter.
So hold on. So let me ask you this: so when Shakur outclasses T.O., would you say he's at a higher level? So that means they're at different calibers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Got to prove it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, Coach, how about if How about if T.O.
That's all we need. That's all we need is opportunity. I still can't hit smoke, man. This is crazy.
How about if T.O. beats up Shakur? Are we gonna say he on another level?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the guys on the caliber, the same caliber, these guys are pretty much all on par with each other. Devin,
yes.
T.O., Shakur, they're all on the same level, the same caliber, but they fight different, but the caliber is the same. They came up together. They all got a similar pedigree. They've been boxing since they were kids. They're all gifted in one way or another with something that they're gifted on. Whether it's Devin with a tremendous jab, the ring IQ, the boxing ability, Shakur, the defense, the intangibles that he had. T.O. with his athleticism, Ryan Garcia with his speed and his power. All those guys will match up good against each other at some point in time. They to fight each other, they're not going to blow each other out of the water.
Right.
Either way. No matter which way, no matter who wins, neither one of them, nobody's going to just blow the other guy out the water. It's going to be competitive.
Right. Now,
yeah,
I will say this, we got to tell the whole story though. With Josh Taylor, I think he was on like a 16+ month layoff and an injury, and we all know we all seen him lose to Jack Catterall.
I agree. He was watched. Taylor was watching that fight.
Yeah, that's a narrative push. That's a narrative push. Because you ain't want to give.
That's real talk though.
Hold on. You ain't want to give no context on Josh Padley coming in 3 days before fighting Shakur. You ain't give no context.
Yeah, because I'm giving him full credit for his performance.
Wow.
Yeah, Josh Padley did his thing. Like Shakur, that's what I'm saying. Now the outboxer gets a stoppage on a working man, and he ain't stopped nobody else. He just doing what he's supposed to do. The Olympian Artem, he went 12. Understandable, right? I'm picking Shakur by decision. So, and then he comes with the, like you saying, the working man came in at Josh Padley, and he stopped him in like 7, 8 rounds. He did what he was supposed to do, coming off of what we perceive as hand injuries, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I just feel like
Just say
Shakur
you
just
don't like
rises
Tio.
to the occasion.
Just say you don't like Tio, man, because Tio was not favored to win the damn fight against Josh Taylor, and he went in there and dominated him. Absolutely. So you're gonna downplay
No, he
one.
was, but hold on. But we lived through it though. It wasn't based on skill or anything Josh did. It was based on mental aptitude. These guys playing goofy, playing dumb, being clowns in the media, making it seem like they're messing with the betting lines. Ryan did it with Devin. Tio does it all the time. He says it all the time. That's why he says certain things and does certain things. So you might be onto something, Smoke. You know what I'm saying, with this TO thing. But I just feel like Shakur, he's not gonna fall into them traps. And at the end of the day, I feel like he's just a better all-around boxer. I feel like he'll be able to implement his style. And he's gonna be able to catch TO with counter shots.
What if Tio don't push the issue?
Then it's gonna be an ugly fight. But Shakur can still hold the center of the ring. I don't see why he would. I don't see why he can't do that. He's gonna be the bigger man on fight night.
Will he be the stronger man? Will he be the faster man? Will his
That's
body
to
have
be seen.
callus? Will his
That's to be
body
seen.
have
I definitely
callus?
believe he's. I definitely believe he's gonna be the faster man.
You know, like
I
and, he,
think
and he's not.
Shakur's. I think
He's not.
Shakur's speed is underrated.
He's not. He's not faster than Tio, bro. His timing is impeccable. His IQ is off the charts, but he's not faster than Tio, bro. Like this is why I'm saying.
Tio gets
A lot of
Tio.
people.
Let me just say this, Smoke.
Go ahead.
Tio gets a lot. Tio's a hell of an athletic boxer, but a lot of these matches, they're close. He's in a lot of close fights where he's able to kind of showboat, placate to the crowd. He does the Fury thing, where he's even perceived as winning based on his theatrics. With the Barbosa fight, you saw it in there.
Did,
So
did he beat Barbosa up? He won every round except for maybe
did
one.
he? Did he? Nah. Did he beat him up?
How many rounds did Barbosa win?
I think the first couple of rounds he did beat him up. I think he did the first couple of rounds, but like
See,
after round
you know,
6,
Tio won the fight,
even though
but
Marky,
I
even
don't.
though
I
Marky was
didn't look
cold,
at it as. I didn't look at it
yeah,
as this great performance that everybody tried to
he
say
had
it
the
out to
best
be.
performance that night, bro, and he fought first.
Yeah, that night. That was the worst night of all last year.
that was
Everybody
a
said it was the
terrible
worst card
card
ever.
though. Yeah,
So you bet like you were the worst. You were the best on the worst night. I mean, come on.
That's like scoring 30 on the worst team.
that
You still an all-star.
card, that
No, that's like
card
scoring
really
30 and
exposed
losing.
to
He didn't
me.
win. He lost.
You still get that all-star
That
vote, bro.
card
You still get the look.
exposed to me how big of a coon Rubber Lips Tarver is, because he was shitting or excuse me, he was crapping all over Dan's performance. But then with Tio, and listen, I give Tio credit. The first 3 or 4 rounds, I give it to him. He was putting hands on Barboza. But after round 6, when Barboza caught him with a straight right, that man was gun shy. And then you got Tarver talking about this might be one of the greatest performances I've ever seen Tio fight. That ain't really saying much then. But
Right.
anyway, bro, I don't know. That was just a bad night to me in general.
Man, that first few rounds of that Loma fight, that's what I'm saying. Tarver gotta they push certain agendas like listening, and I rewatched the Haney Loma. I told y'all this earlier. It just the commentary is just distasteful. Like the
Lara!
crowd and commentary can sway opinions, what you hear. You know what I'm saying? So, because everything is like
Run
at a
for your
split second
child!
space. Hold on, man. This brother in the
Yeah,
Virgin Islands,
he yelling across. He yelling
yeah,
across the
he
water.
gathering goats.
Bro, you just pushed an agenda real quick
Which one?
when you wanted to give context on Theo beating Josh Taylor, like, oh, he was on a layoff, this, that, and the
He
third. But
definitely
you didn't
was.
give context on Josh Padley was in a hot ass attic putting up dry sheet wall before he got the call to come fight. And he did that in less
Yeah,
than
but
5 days.
but we acting like
No training camp, no nothing.
hold on. Let me say this. And he got up out of there, and Shakur stopped him. So we cannot act like these guys are not fight ready or at least training to be able to make weight. A lot of these guys stay active. Now this guy had just beat Mark Chamberlain, so they told him to stay ready. So we not gonna just come out and Shakur did what he was supposed to do. Somebody that wasn't on his level got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
And
styles make
T.O. beat
fights.
and T.O. beat
As
the guy
Blue, what's
at
happening, Blue?
T.O. beat the guy at 140. The guy that he ain't never probably had no damn job because his job was fighting. So you trying to put Josh Patley and Josh Taylor on the same level.
No, you brought up Padley. Come on, why you doing this, Smoke?
Because bro,
I never brought up no Padley fight. We was talking about
you pushing that like that agenda. That's what you did. That's what you did. Josh Padley was at work, got a call. He had no training camp, no nothing. Hey, got to make sure I grab my gloves, probably to wrap his own hands. This guy didn't have nothing.
and
Like
he
he had
got
no time to
stopped.
prep for
You
that
acting like
call.
he almost beat
Of
Shakur.
course he got stopped. You had no time to
But
prepare.
he's not. That's irrelevant because Shakur did what he was supposed to do.
Man,
Now let's talk about your fighter in fights where he was supposed to do something that he didn't do. Like when he pretty much got outboxed, couldn't catch up to Jermaine Ortiz.
did he win that fight on paper? Is what's the win
I
on that?
mean, on paper, a lot of people
Because
is married. Are they faithful?
a lot of people think that Loma beat Devin. So are we gonna move on from that, or you want we can dwell on that?
And a lot of people are overly concerned with skin. They're
Vice
not
versa,
worried
just
about
like
they're
you.
worried about color, not character.
Vice versa.
Um,
Vice versa, the same shit. That's why I think a lot of people are downplaying and everything he's ever done because you don't like him. You don't like him. Me, I can separate what I see in that ring, and in that ring, it's different. I ain't got no nothing. Word. And I was arguing with my Puerto Rican brother the last 2 days, and he got Shakur. No, just say you
we
don't
gonna
like.
see.
Word.
Y'all not trying to do that. Y'all not trying to do it. Listen, I'm indifferent. I'm a man of God, child of God. I'm
Not just
indifferent.
you. It's
Like
a lot of
he
people. It's
can
a whole
do.
bunch of people.
Hold on. Let me just say this. This brother can say and do what he want. That's his business. But I've literally almost never seen Shakur have a close. I mean, he's not even having close fights. He's the slickest I'm pretty much seen since Jamestown. That's what I'm saying. You bringing up some good guys. He's
James
that
Tony fought
slick.
people. He ain't
I
fought
understand what you're
nobody.
saying. He just started his career. What he got? 20 fights,
That's enough.
and he's beating everybody that they put in front of him.
Hold on.
Champions.
Zapata is not a nobody. I'm sick and tired of niggas trying to do this or say, oh, Zapata wasn't nothing after Shakur went in there and 11-1 that nigga. Y'all need to stop.
He went
Shakur
life
was
and
in
death
there
with Kevin
sliding,
Farmer twice.
gliding, pulling
He
all
went
type
life
of
and
wizardry
death
on
with
that nigga.
Kevin Farmer. He went
Zapata
life
was
and
in.
death with
He
old
didn't
Kevin
go
Farmer.
life.
He went life and death. He got
Man,
dropped
and
by
all,
Kevin
and
Farmer.
I guarantee you this.
He got dropped by Kevin Farmer.
Abdullah Mason will go life and death with Williams
He
Zapata.
got
How
dropped
about
by
that,
Kevin
nigga?
Farmer. He got dropped
And
by
T
Kevin
and
Farmer.
Tio got dropped by Cambosis. Now tell us who dropped Shakur.
He ain't fought nobody.
Mm.
He dropped himself. He dropped himself.
Mm.
He dropped himself.
But if he fought Cambosis, you think Cambosis dropping Shakur?
Bruce Gas.
I
Salute,
don't know.
fam.
Silence.
Probably not.
Silence.
Probably not.
Probably.
Probably not.
I'm gonna say no.
But James Tony been dropped. Roy been dropped. All the greats been dropped. Y'all talking about. Here's the thing. It's not
How about
what
no
happened
nigga
when you
named
get dropped.
Cambosis?
Listen. It's not. It don't even. Hey, listen, bro. Andre Ward got dropped by a guy you never heard of. Had him on his stomach like a baby. I seen the footage.
Jesus.
I interviewed him. Darnell Bone.
Was he a Australian Greek?
No, he was
Oh,
a
okay.
he was a black dude that's got
Oh,
got a worse record than Grant
Okay,
there you
Hackett.
there we
go.
go. There
There
we
you
go.
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, as
The
T
guy
listen.
out
had a
here getting
record.
dropped by whites.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, I said
Expose
it.
yourselves.
I said it.
Expose yourselves. Expose yourselves.
I
Hold on,
said,
I gotta play the
Expose
drop for you,
yourself.
Mark. I gotta play the drop for you.
Expose yourself.
I asked you who this nigga on that name.
Expose yourself. Go ahead. Go ahead. Expose yourself. Be real. Just say, I think Shakur gonna whip his ass because I don't even like T.O.
Nah, I think
All the
Shakur
antics that he
gon'
done did and all of that, that's what's really playing a factor. Like, just be for real. It's
nah,
in your DNA. Marky,
nah. I
stop
think
lying. It's in your
Shakur.
DNA to hate, Marky.
No, it's in
It's in
my
your DNA
DNA.
to hate.
It's in my DNA to speak facts. But I think Shakur
In your
is
DNA to
gonna
hate.
walk on that. Is gonna walk on T.O. for the simple fact, Pop. I saw Santa Martin walk on T.O. I saw Santa Martin outclass T.O. 9-3 them in my
I was
opinion.
there. I was there.
Dropped them twice.
I was there.
Only
Here's the
counted
thing.
one of them.
Has T.O. lost a fight since then?
I mean, some people thought he lost the Jermaine Ortiz
I
fight.
didn't ask you what you thought. I asked you the facts. Speak the facts, right? You said you speak the facts. Tell
I
me
mean,
what's on
okay.
paper. Has he
Yeah,
lost a fight?
he had a controversial win against
Has
Jermaine
he
Ortiz.
lost a fight?
I mean, no, he hasn't. But shit, has Tank
Has he
lost? Did
fought
Tank lose
better?
to
See, you just want to
Lamont
keep
Roach?
going. Has he
I'm allowed
fought?
to respond. What do you
Has
mean?
he fought, hold on? Has he fought better competition?
Since Santa Martin, I mean, or since Jermaine Ortiz, I mean, it's all been pretty much the same.
Just I know you don't like him.
Arnold
Go ahead.
Barboza,
Go ahead.
Jermaine
Go ahead.
Ortiz.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Go
just saying, it's pretty much
Nah,
all to say.
yeah.
Arnold
You don't,
Barboza, Jermaine
yeah. You
Ortiz.
don't like him. You don't like him. Yeah, he said Marky got a white boss.
My mother is my boss, so that can't be true.
That's even worse, mama's boy.
That's a crazy. That's a crazy.
I thank
Hey,
God for my mama.
Shit, 1000%. I know why too.
He almost knocked you out.
Listen.
Hey, one thing I say about the TOs, I love T. I don't care what nobody say. I love TO. That dude is one of the funniest individuals in the industry of boxing. Even your daughter said you almost got out.
YouTube put you in the matrix because you were talking bullshit and then tried to jump back shit. Nope. They ain't even let you get it off.
Now I let Mark eat. Now y'all know I
They
let.
do
No,
that to
shout out to
people that
Mark.
speak facts.
That wasn't me. He
Mark,
went in the
hold on. Let's
matrix.
get back in order. Let's get back in order, y'all. All right. Y'all smash the like
Hey,
button.
I gotta
Follow the
run to the
channel.
bank.
Help the
It's
channel
almost 4
grow.
o'clock.
All right, do your thing, Mark. Um, we definitely working. Listen, all you American blacks, white Americans, Jewish American, Cuban American, everybody with American currency and cash app, go ahead, Italian Americans, Russian American, all y'all good folks. Bless the cash app. Listen, let's go green. Outside of that, let me ask you this, Mark, you still in here? And Blaze and pulled up. Blaze, what's happening?
I am.
What's
Oh,
up?
Mexican. Hold on. Let me forget. Mexican Americans. I did not want to leave y'all out. I forgot about y'all,
Mm-hmm.
but y'all are around here, and y'all got a lot of coin y'all sitting on. Bless your brother. We on the Make a Million campaign. Listen, my community is gonna make a millionaire. We on our road. We making bread on TikTok. We just hit 3,000 on TikTok. So listen, let's keep building. But Blaze, talk to us, bro.
Oh man, I'm just enjoying, man, these guys going back and forth with this fight, man. Y'all know who I got. Y'all done heard me talk already. I've been watching a lot of tape, man, between Shakur and T.O., and I've been trying for T.O., man. I ain't seen nothing on tape that gives me any type of indication that he can win this fight. And what I've been looking at lately is, man, T.O. keeps his lead hand down and be swinging it. And so that's going to be a problem for him against Shakur with Shakur's educated jab. And so he's going to have to deal with covering the distance with Shakur and then trying to win the lead hand battle when he keeps his hand down. And so it's like, man, I don't see it. And I'm trying to be objective as possible as I'm looking at this fight because I'm really trying to figure out, you know, how Teal wins. And mind you, I'll be the only one that run around here and say that Teal looked very sharp against Barbosa. Everybody discount Barbosa. Barbosa was undefeated. I think he had he had some notable wins as well. Uh, like I said, I don't see how he can win. That's my point right there.
Am I supposed to believe me or your lying eyes?
Oh man, golly, that's freaking a knife in my chest.
Am I supposed to believe me or your lying eyes, Blade? That's how I feel. I'm taking on all comers when it's just like I'm taking T.O. just because everybody got the go ahead, Blaze. Yeah, go ahead, because I've been talking. Go ahead.
No, but what I would ask you, Smoke, is just tell me how Teal win.
Unpredictable.
Silence.
Ain't nobody listen. You talking when ain't nobody asking you to talk. Then you talk when you ain't supposed to. You be quiet, young man.
This is a free country. This is a free country.
Nah, this B3 ESPN, man. We
Not
gonna have
according to
order
you.
and
Not according to you,
decorum,
Mark.
man.
When I go check your channel, not according to you, the way you there be crying about, but I'm just joking. It's gonna be unpredictable, bro. I don't just think this is gonna be your average. You can just plan this fight out, and this would look like no. This fight is that fight, and the fact that a lot of y'all are just basically downplaying it, like Shakur just gonna whip his ass, crazy to me.
All right, so let me give you my explanation for why I believe Shakur could very well whoop his ass. Because, see, I tell you all the time, man. See, Shakur is cursed by that De Los Santos fight. He's cursed because he mastered the 6 style of boxing, which is not hit and not get hit, and won a fucking belt doing that shit with one arm, right?
The name of
And
the
since
sport
then,
is hit and not get hit. You said
exactly.
exactly what Shakur does. Not hit and not get hit.
But
That's
you proved my
exactly what the hell you did.
smoke. I'm glad you just said that because you just proved my point. Because since the De Los Santos fight, Shakur was punching on order. Shakur was punching on that electrician. Shakur was out power punching a power puncher in Zepeda with 3 and 4 punch combinations after coming behind that defense. So if you look at the trend, if we look at trends and look at how fighters been fighting recently, what makes you think that Shakur ain't gonna be punching on TO with 3 and 4 punch combinations?
Because the guys are the fucking level of guys that you just said. Sorry
Okay,
about the
that's a
FCC.
good point.
The level of guys that you just
And you know what?
You
And you know
talking
what? You
about
got a valid point.
them guys ain't dogs. Ain't like he fought one dog.
But
No, I'm sorry, he fought two dogs.
I think T.O.
Hold on, bro. I wasn't finished.
I think T.O. gonna do
hold
worse
on,
than
hold on,
all
hold
them
on, Mark.
niggas.
I
Hold on,
wasn't
Mark.
finished.
Hold on,
I
Mark.
wasn't
Hold on,
finished.
Mark.
I
Hold
wasn't
on,
finished.
Mark.
And I'm like, but he fought two dogs, right? And one of them, the smallest one, hit him in his body. And he talking about he had to bear down for like 2 rounds. Like, so I think T.O. hit way harder than Valdez. So
But you know
just
what?
saying.
But you know what you're leaving out, Smoke? What you're leaving out is TO gets hit.
I am not
And TO
leaving that
can get
out.
hit a lot.
I'm not leaving that out. That's why I
TO
think
got hit by Claggett.
he got hit by
TO
Claggett.
got
He got
hit
hit
by
by
Sandor Martin.
Martin, Cambosis,
TO got hit by
Roma,
Cambosis.
Locatelli.
Exactly.
He got
So
hit
what
by a
makes you
lot of
think
people
Shakur ain't gonna punch
because
on him?
I didn't leave that out. That's why I got it 50-50. I don't got it 60-40
Okay.
T.O.
Okay.
But the
Okay.
fact that
Fair enough.
everybody else has it, that Shakur is gonna mollywop this dude is retarded. You're already downplaying his win.
But see, my thing with me
Not
is you can
really.
downplay it all you want because the whole thing, this is what I love about boxing though. This is why this is a great fight because there's a bunch of unknowns with both of these fighters that's about to come true. So the narrative, if Shakur handles his business, then the narrative changes with Shakur. If he washes TO like he washes everybody else, they can't say he ain't fought nobody. Can't say he ain't fought nobody with high level competition. And if he move up and do it,
This
right?
is his
If
first
if
fight.
T on the other side, if T.O. win, then they can say, hey, T.O.'s that guy. Hey, T.O. rises to the level of his competition. Hey, T.O. cracked a code that nobody could crack in beating a 3 division champion. You see what I'm saying? So it's like Ain't nobody getting that. You could the casuals can downplay this fight all we know, but anybody who watched boxing and been watching both of these guys
I'm
fight
so glad you said that.
know what the clarity of the situation of what this fight is. That's why this is one of those fights. This is one of those fights we ask for, Smoke. You know, we run around and get a whole bunch of fights we don't ask for.
Most definitely.
You see what
And
I'm saying? This is one of these ones.
just like you said about cracking the code, right? Ain't we seen T.O. crack a master code
You
already?
talking about Loma?
Wasn't he did T.O.
You
crack the
talking about Loma,
matrix?
right? You
Yeah,
talking about Loma,
T.O.'s
right?
Neo, he's flying
But
around in the
but
matrix. He
but the
already cracked
problem.
the code before. So
Oh,
the dude can crack a code, bro. That's just being real. He cracked that code.
and
Hold on, which
and
code he
that's why I
cracked?
know you're
I
talking about
missed that. My
Loma.
bad.
Loma.
Loma. Remember the Matrix? Neo's, I mean, T.O. is Neo. He's flying around doing shit he ain't
Was
supposed to be
was
doing.
Loma undefeated when
Hey, bro,
he
what is
fought
this
Tio?
undefeated shit, bro?
Hold up, though. Hold up, B3. When you
I
talk
mean, you
about that,
saying he cracked the code? Like, what did he do?
but let's hold up. Let's
The same
unpack
thing with
this.
Josh Taylor.
Let's
Fought a dude who was supposed to fight another dude, but sat out of the ring and said he was injured, and now he was out of the ring for 16, 17 months. And you get a close decision. Uh, come on, bro.
Who got a
We
close
talking
decision?
about and we
That was a majority decision,
Tio.
Wes. That was a majority decision.
I don't know what it was. We saw the fight.
I bet you
We saw
don't
the
know.
fight. And
I saw the fight. He beat
We
the hell
saw
out
the
of him.
fight.
He
Now
was
now
styling on
dude,
Josh.
hold on. Now everybody and their mama can come up here whenever they want and say whatever they want, right? Uh, but what was said was Loma beat Devin 5 rounds straight in that fight. I don't. So that's what I was heard. Now we know for a fact in a Teal fight, he pretty much lost 4 or 5 straight rounds. We can guarantee that if we look at the tape.
This is a narrative push, right?
That hey, look, I'm like, man, I'm speaking the facts right now. Y'all gotta look at
B,
the tape. I
Go
just
ahead,
watched the Haney.
Coach. I'm gonna
hey,
mute up.
B3, I
Blaze,
got a
what did you
question for you.
score? Blaze, what did you score the Haney Loma?
Um, I had Haney winning, and if I don't got the scorecards with me, but I had it. I could be it was close 7-5, but here's why I think people think Loma won because Loma in the 11th round out landed Devin Haney 20 punches to 2, right? And so it's kind of like you're getting the rounds that he lost in the earlier rounds, like you're gonna give him credit for more rounds on the back end because he finished, super strong. He was on that boy at the end, but what how I seen it, particularly or why I had Devin Haney winning and watching it through the fight in real time is because Loma's gift and his superpower is his footwork. And what Loma has the ability to do what he usually do to all his opponents is from the southpaw position, getting his foot on the outside of his opponent's foot, but not only that, pivoting and getting to their side. And he wasn't able to do that with Devin because when he tried to take that angle, Devin would angle with him. And so Devin took away his footwork early and he went to the body early and often. And that's where I had him winning in the earlier rounds. And then Loma tried to push it in the end, damn near stopped him. He had him hurt in the 11th round, but then Devin pulled out the 12th. So I had it as a close
We
fight
gotta
and Devin
stop with
winning.
this. We gotta stop. And then Chris Algieri said the same thing. And under no circumstance was Devin Haney about to get stopped. He wasn't even dropped.
No, listen, no, no, no. What I'm telling you, as far as with the volume of punches that he was taking and not punching back,
He
he
had
was hurt.
one. Hold on.
It was
Blaze. I
just
wish
one
I had.
moment.
No, let me.
It was just one
Yeah,
moment.
right. So then, and
This
then,
ain't
and
Man,
this
then
let
did
ain't no
him
he?
finish
different
And
about
then
fighting.
them
hold on.
saying
And
that
then they
Terrence Crawford gonna
concede.
stop
And then
Canelo.
they return to fighting.
I'm
That's
People
giving
my
give
you.
point. So, and then he
I'm
came
giving
back and
you.
won the 12th round. Did Canelo win the 12th against Bud?
But B3, what I'm telling you is I'm giving you what the other perspective is. I'm giving you what they're saying because I
Yeah,
had Devin
because they
winning.
not. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm
And
telling
that's
you,
why I
even
came
if you
in.
give them that, it's still a 10-9 round. You see what I'm saying? Like it was
Yeah,
20
just
to
one.
2 outlanded. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody, they're trying to give Loma a bunch of credit for winning dramatic. Like he had the best round of the fight. You feel me? And they're trying to give a 10-9 more credit than what it is over a 12-round fight. That's the point I'm trying to make because
Maybe
Loma
I
had
would
hold up,
say,
listen, because Loma had Devin in a position that Devin didn't have Loma in the entire fight
Yo,
in that one round.
y'all be having long, drawn out monologues to get to a point that it really ain't. Nah, man. Hey, Coach Eddie, what's
how
up,
you
man?
doing, Shower?
What's going
Appreciate
on,
you
brother?
pulling up, Shower. Yes, I need boxing in the building.
What you was gonna say, Coach Eddie, man? Because I know you came off the mic, you came off the mute button. Like, hold on, man, there's some bullshit being talking.
Yeah,
Hold on.
well, I'm just saying that everybody was
Go
talking
ahead,
about
coach.
like I think my man said that Devin almost got stopped by Lomachenko. You know, it depend on who you like the best. You know, if you like Devin, yeah, you can. I mean, if you like Lomachenko, yeah, you can run with that. See, they said the same thing that Bud almost stopped Canelo. He was far from getting stopped, but they ran with it
But no,
because
coach, but coach,
hey,
let me give you
bro,
something about that part. Let me just this
he
part
did
because I'm
not,
gonna
man.
let
He
you
wasn't even
cook.
close
I'm
to
gonna let you
he wasn't
cook.
even close to
No,
getting
in the
stopped, man.
no, the argument can
Yeah.
be made that that fight was in the ninth round when when Bud started putting him through the blender. What did Canelo do? Canelo rushed him and headbutted him and stopped the action. That's where the moment where they're saying that, hey, Bud could have stopped Canelo. I was at the fight. I
Super,
seen that. He
super
literally did
cap,
a veteran move. He did a veteran move to get that boy up off of him.
bro. I don't know what y'all. I don't know what round that was in, but
The ninth.
we done seen people get dropped 4 or 5 times and the fight not stop.
What?
We done seen
Okay.
guys like we seen Grandpa get stopped when Roller Romero landed a hard punch and
Oh, my
barely hit him
bad.
and didn't even hit him and they stopped that fight. That man wasn't
Hold
nowhere
up.
near getting close to getting stopped, man. Wasn't even
Hey, no,
close to
no,
getting
you're no,
stopped.
no. My bad, Coach Eddie. You're right. I'm using the wrong words. Not getting stopped, but could have dropped him. Both fights. Loma could have dropped Devin and Bud could have dropped Canelo. Not stoppage. I want to give. I want to make a clarification on that because you're right. Stoppage is a strong word when you just see somebody getting going through the blender. My point is not a stoppage. I believe Bud was on the verge of possibly dropping Canelo, just like I believe Loma was on the verge of possibly dropping Devin. And you see what Devin came back in the corner and said, "Hey, he knows everything I'm doing," like he was shook. So let me make that clarification. You're absolutely right, Eddie. That's stoppage is a strong word, and I'm that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he could have very well dropped him.
Now
Go ahead.
tell the people. No, hold on. We still live. Now tell all the people what that was the 11th round, correct? When he got Devin in trouble.
Yeah,
Now I'm telling you, I scored at 8-4. I gave Loma 3-5, 10 and 11. Now tell everybody on here what you saw in the 12th round and who you gave the 12th round to.
I gave him 12th round to Devin. Because it seemed like Loma was gas. It was inactivity. Devin got active in the 12th.
It's just that simple. So Blaze just said he almost thought he could have got dropped in the
Yeah.
11th, finished the fight in the 12th. Now, are they gonna put Loma in the Hall of Fame? Because Smoke, you was about to give Loma a whole lot of credit. Are they gonna put that boy in the Hall of Fame?
What, Loma?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I think he's gonna get credit for winning for getting titles in three-weight divisions in 12 fights.
Like, hold on, wait, real quick, before y'all, run off on these run-on sentences that y'all be doing, man. Just saying, I watched the fight on a really big screen TV right in front with a few people, and when they said Devin Haney, I just cut the TV off and got up and went to damn bed because I watched that fight live, bro, and I saw Lomachenko really take over that damn fight. I'm not a Loma fan, like, and then especially when I heard Devin in there panicking, I was like, oh shit. So it's not like it was no, man. Like, but that's my pick. That's my
Hold
opinion.
on, panicking is a stretch, Smoke. Come on.
He said he figured me out. And I'm
You
looking
figured
at
out. So this nigga literally in a fight of his damn life, he can't. That's and listen, niggas gonna harp on the littlest, ittiest, bittiest thing. It's the 11th round. This nigga been taxing this motherfucker to the body all fight. And now all of a sudden, 11th round, he done figured it out. He closed the distance. Come out in the 12th round win the fight and people and win the round. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Did you watch the fight with the? I watched the fight at Live Casino, and this is what happened. When I watched the fight. Smoke. I was watching it,
Mm-hmm.
and all the brothers beside me to the left and to the right, and they was looking, and we was like, "Damn, this nigga's getting in Devin's ass." Now, what told us that? Pause. Right. What
Yeah.
told us that? The commentary,
The what?
the crowd, brother.
Oh man.
When you watch the fight without all that, or you just watch the fight, Devin was winning majority of those rounds. Loma was landing certain shots and certain spurts, but he wasn't doing enough to really win rounds.
In
And
your
that's why, hold
in
on,
your
and
opinion,
hold on, let me just say this. And that's why the three unbiased judges scored it 8-4. One of them did like I did, and two of them scored it 7-5, both for Devin Haney, because they're unbiased and they have a job to do.
I watched that fight, and judges are not unbiased. I ain't trying to hear none of that. What you just said. Judges are not unbiased. I saw that
So if
fight.
they were biased, who would they be biased for? Devin Haney?
I saw that fight. Minimum. That fight was a draw, or I thought Loma won that fight. And you can try to explain to me how many times you watched it and whatever. You is not gonna change my mind.
Listen, I don't
It
argue
ain't
with
no
people who
knock
argue.
on
It was a
Devin
close. It was a close
because
fight, man.
on
It was a close
paper,
fight.
but the facts are on paper, Devin won that fight. Loma took a loss. So Devin ended up cracking that code too, right? Because the Salido fight, I get why they like.
Not to you, because he lost.
To me, on the Salido fight, like punching a man in the nuts every time he start whooping your ass is not boxing. That's some behind the backyard type stuff right there. Like, so I felt like, they get like Salido was just a dirty fighter. He didn't even try, he didn't even win the belt, he didn't keep the belt. So I just remember guys that they used to talk about that was so good, and Loma was dancing on them and making them quit. And I was like, damn. He doing this to guys that everybody talking about that's their favorite fighter. So when I just say that to say, hey, look, man, when T.O. beat Loma, and if you was around at that time, and Coach Eddie probably remember this, he wasn't supposed to beat Loma, bro. Do you really know what was supposed to happen? That belt that Devin had was supposed to be they supposed to drop that belt to something else. Loma was gonna be undisputed with that franchise bullshit. And the only thing that was holding that up was what? T.O. Because he had that belt from knocking out Comey. It was an in-house fight that Top Rank had. They tried to feed him to Loma, and he built his name off of that. If anybody can remember.
Yeah, I was there. I remember. The thing was, is Loma had a bad strategy because I watched all the pre-fight, when they do the behind the scenes and all of that with Top Rank, and Loma was saying that he was going to take T.O. to the deep end and drown him. And so he started that fight off late, later there's excuses that he was hurt. I don't care about that shit. You get in the ring, it
Nope.
is what it is.
Sure
You
don't.
got both hands, you punch with both hands. I don't care about
Back.
none of that shit. So he started off slow. He tried to turn it up in the second half. And what he didn't realize was that young boy in the 11th and 12th round had all the gas for him to get busy in exchange with him. And
Let
he
me ask you
beat him
this.
fair and square.
Now, did Loma start his career at 126?
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe so. The way he made it long
Isn't
as that.
Yeah.
isn't there a
Yeah.
going sentiment that Loma fights outside of his weight class at 135?
Floyd started at 126. Don't want to hear that.
That he's
Shakur
the
started at
smaller man and these
126.
guys, Devin
Shakur
Haney
started
was
at
a
126.
heavyweight.
I mean,
Lightweight? This lightweight? No, this heavyweight.
Smoke. I would only say just he does have a size disadvantage just with height and reach. It's apparent, but that ain't
Who
no excuse either. I don't make no excuses for
ain't no
where
bro,
a
man.
fighter
Floyd,
So
decides to
I
campaign
just said
at.
all that to say what does Loma and years ago have to do with Shakur today, present day Shakur?
no.
Because
No. See, that's what happens when you miss stuff. Because Blaze, we on from the metaphors between me and you, and me and Blaze is on cracking the code. And I already said that T.O. done already cracked the code before
He
with
said he didn't crack the
Loma.
code. Yeah.
And what's to say that he can't crack the code of this Shakur?
but what's to
But
I'm not
say that
saying
it's a
Shakur is
different
not gonna
smoke.
let his
It's a
hands go?
different code.
Stop
It's a
it.
different code,
Hold on.
smoke.
Hold on. You tell him you going back to a fight where we all know that he didn't throw punches for the first 5 or 6 rounds. And when he came out of that fight and said he had a shoulder injury, you gonna take that fight and compare that to what's gonna happen with Shakur? Come on, man. Listen, I'm gonna put my number in the joint smoke so we can get everything in order for that 25. That's coming my way.
Nigga, you acting like you like I ain't like Bone Crusher over here. The remix act like I ain't never scared. Nigga, what the hell you talking about?
Hey,
Can you put your
we
number in
can't.
there fast?
This is not. But
Can
that's
you
what I'm
put
saying.
your
This
number
is
in
not
the
that.
Can you put your number in the private chat fast
Yeah,
enough?
we definitely working. You already know.
What is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You
I
put
can't believe this,
private
Smoke.
chat
Listen,
fast.
you talking about a
And it's
perennial.
really 25. Like you acting like it's
Now I could
like,
see if we didn't see if like you never seen like Cambosis put hands on him and his excuses come out. You know, I mean, Sandor Martin clipping him on the back foot a couple times. I'm just saying, like, when is this gonna happen? Now we could say opponent this, opponent that. At the end of
who
the
you
day,
told about, bro?
Shakur is unblemished.
Yo, can anybody up here give me their goats of boxing? Like, give me like one or two. Like, are all of them undefeated?
Not all of them, but
Of
some of
course
them
not.
are, man.
No,
Yeah, some of
I
them are.
think these
My
guys right
most
now, I
recent
think
ones
they're
is
still
Floyd and
building their
Yeah.
Bud.
career.
Hold on, Smoke.
I'm
You
just trying
got
to
Bud
figure out this
Crawford,
undefeated.
Floyd,
Floyd and Bud and
Dre
Andre
Ward.
Ward, and them is all Shakur's guys. That's what he's trying to do.
See,
Yeah. Those are
now,
names you got to mention.
coach, your coach.
You what's up, man?
You see the three names that he named, right?
Yep.
Do we? I only should I just be quiet right now and just let it simmer?
Yeah, it yet to be determined. I mean, at the point I was gonna make it earlier, when does Shakur have his chop Corley moment? Where he
Thank
get busy? When does Shakur
God.
have his Shane Mosley moment?
Oh my God.
Because this coming. It's coming.
Hey, coach, I want him to have that moment against Devin Haney at 147 with no rehydration clause.
It up,
That's when
but
he'd have his moment.
that's the thing. We don't get to pick and choose who he had this moment against because Chop Corley has a horrible record, but that's who Florida had his moment against. Was Chop had him busy
and rocked him,
spinning around in circles,
rocked him,
bandy leg, spaghetti leg, looking
and
crazy.
What did he do after that? He finished Chop.
Told him to shut up. Told him shut up and fight.
No,
Yep,
saying.
I remember that. I remember
So
that.
I'm yet to see
And that's what I'm saying. Shakur didn't do that. When Shakur had that type of, matter of fact, Shakur didn't even have that type of that moment. He just ran. He didn't give himself an opportunity to have that type of moment. He put his goddamn track shoes on and he
Wow.
took off. Andre Ward had that moment twice. Andre Ward had that moment twice. Terrence Crawford had that moment when he got spaghetti leg. And what he do? Stopped it. So
Is
I mean,
T.O. the guy? So T.O.'s the guy.
Yeah.
To be determined. TBD. That's what I always say. To be determined. I don't know. I'll give him credit. I'm always about giving a man credit. But I'm not gonna give you credit for something you ain't done. I'm not doing this.
And coach, that's the fascinating part about Shakur, because Shakur ain't never been in trouble, and so the knock on him is he hasn't had the competition for him to be in trouble. Or you see what said Curly, even he ain't even had lower competition because he's never been in trouble.
Hold on, Blaze. You done forgot. Listen, maybe you not informed, and your man ain't gonna tell you. But he punched 2 civilians. One of them was a white lady, and Prince had to get him up out of there. Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, I'm talking about in the ring. I'm not talking
In the
about
ring?
out the ring. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about
no,
out
he
the ring
had him.
stuff.
Oh no, Valdez when Valdez gutted him and he ran.
Okay.
And he said he had to bite down and bear down against Valdez, or 26-pounder, as y'all like
And
to say, because
and he ran, huh? Last I checked, it wasn't for the whole fight because he was punching on that boy.
Valdez called him in round 6.
Was he fighting at 26 at the time, though?
He's
Smoke.
fighting at 30.
No, it's 30.
When he fought Valdez?
Yeah, 30. Yes.
Didn't Valdez have a title at 30 when they fought?
The only way
Yeah, it was
Shakur was getting
unification.
that fight. Well, I'm saying it. It made it seem like the only way Shakur was gonna get that Valdez fight because he chased him all the way through 26, and when he got to 30, he had to beat up Jamel, and it was a unification against him and Valdez.
Okay, so now you saying Shakur was too big for Valdez? Is that what you're trying to say?
Bro, he's the biggest 126-pounder I've ever seen before in my life.
Okay, well, what about Espinosa? Ain't he too big for 126?
He's too tall for it. I'm talking about when I looked at Shakur, I was like, yo, he built like he could play in Expendables.
Did he make the weight?
I ain't saying nothing about him making the weight. Bro, I think Boots should be at 160. But Mr. Shelton,
Boots don't think that. Boots don't think that.
Mr. Shelton, we've been talking about what these guys should be fighting at and what they fight.
Right.
So
right, we know that. But what I'm saying to you is this, though. We're not going to talk about what they should be doing. We're going to talk about what is. And what is happening is that this guy that he's fighting on the 31st is the lineal WBO super lightweight champion of the world.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter how big he is or how wide he is or what he looks like. He's got to make 140 pounds to fight this guy.
Definitely.
If he makes 140 pounds, we're going to have a fight.
He's going to make the weight comfortably. Because he
ain't
a little dude.
Right. And in my estimation, I think this is what I think. The only way I can see Teofimo Lopez winning this fight is, like I said before, he has to do to Shakur Stevenson what Roberto Duran did to Sugar Ray Leonard in the first fight. That's the only way he can win.
Have we seen it before?
I just don't think he can pull it off. We've seen it before. I just don't think he can do it.
Just ask
Yeah,
him,
I just don't
man.
think he can do it. Respectfully, man. I've been trying to watch tape and trying to figure out how T.O. can do it, man. I'm not a hater, man. I watch boxing, man. One thing about it, I'm objective. You feel me? Real talk. And mind you, I have my biases against the Honduran with his racist behavior. You feel me? So I'm FBA and I want an ancestral ass whooping, but I can put my biases to the side and watch tape because I'll be the first to tell you that T.O. looked incredibly sharp against Barbosa. We're looking like we're having a very good, a very sharp, and a very focused T.O. T.O. ain't been out here talking crazy. T.O.'s dad ain't been out here talking crazy. They've been somewhere in the gym. They done had Freddie Roach. They training. They working. They coming to bring their best foot forward into the ring. I see it. I don't expect the Cambosis T.O. I expect the Loma T.O. But even with the Loma T.O., my issue with T.O. is T.O. keeps his lead hand down. That's not going to work against Shakur because the first thing you're going to have to deal with Shakur is you're going to have to deal with finding your range. And then the second thing you're going to have to deal with is combating his lead hand. It's going to be battle the lead hands. And with T.O. dropping his lower hand, and then what he likes to do is he likes to swat at his opponent's lead hand like he was doing with Sandor Martin. It's going to be a recipe for disaster.
What the hell just happened to BVO? What did he say?
What happened to him?
Somebody just banned BVO in their comment. Who the hell did that?
Maybe they don't like what the nigga said.
Come on, man. Like, you can't be still, man. Let me
tell B3 to handle that. B3 can fix that. But maybe the nigga didn't like what BVO be saying some wild shit. Somebody might didn't like it.
Somebody had a wrench. He came at somebody with a wrench and they used it.
He's only talking about me. He was only talking about me. He was calling.
Well, maybe somebody was defending you, nigga.
Oh man, hey, listen, man, don't take that too personal, man. That's how we build it work, man. We get it busy over here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we build it. Hey, listen. Hey, matter of fact, later on tonight, B3, you got to pull up because I'm interviewing I'm interviewing born and raised in Memphis, and born in Memphis, lives in Omaha. Part of that new camp over there with the two B's. I'm interviewing Boom Boom tonight. So if you're free, pull up.
Yeah,
right.
man. I just
You gotta stay
that
working,
was
That's
man.
cool.
You
me and
gotta
Salute.
stay
me and
working.
BBO,
me and
salute.
Blaze is on the same page. It's just I'm not saying the shit can't be done because we've seen it done before. I just don't think T.O. is good enough to do it.
And
That's all.
and my thing is I don't think T.O. is able to do it because just like T.O.'s coming in at his best, Shakur's coming in at his best. See, Shakur understands the moment right now. Shakur understands that he has to get out of this curse of De Los Santos. And Shakur been trying to force himself through it in his last 3 fights, right? And if he's coming up with 140 and he's coming in and being more comfortable, if we don't know what his power is going to look like there. But what we do know with his ring IQ and his intelligence, I believe he's going to come in there sharp. And this frenetic energy that you're going to get from T.O. is not going to be able to last that long because I'm sure Shakur has the IQ to make the adjustment on whatever unpredictable shenanigans this guy tries to pull in the ring. It's going to be a 12-round chess match. And you got to have your wits and maintain your wits every round to be able to figure it out. And I ain't seen nobody crack Shakur's defensive code. And so
Hey,
now the big knock against him is he doesn't have offense, but his last 3 fights he had offense.
hey, Mr. Shelton.
So
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Before Roy, right? Before he fought James Toney.
Before what?
Before Roy Jones fought James Toney, right? Who had James Toney fought? Just asking this question.
Michael Nunn.
Well, what was his nickname?
Second to none.
Who else had he fought?
Nobody really of note. Michael Nunn was the biggest gun name he fought. He knocked out Michael Nunn and took his title.
And then, and James Toney was known as what?
What's up?
He was not known as the pro. Like you wanted your fighter to fight like James Toney,
Right.
right?
Right.
Just like everybody keeps saying, you want your fighter to fight like Shakur Stevenson, right?
Nobody says that.
Nah, a
yeah,
lot of people
T.O. ain't Roy Jones Jr., man. Like, what are we talking about here?
And
T.O. ain't gonna be
Shakur,
able to bait Roy.
how do you know?
T.O. ain't
How
gonna
do
be
you
able
know
to
that? And
bait Shakur.
Shakur is not this. I just got to see this great defensive wizard y'all talking about. Staying out of range is not great defensive wizardry.
No, but you know what is though too. What's
I don't see him
another
slip a
stat
lot of
is
punches, bro.
plus minus.
Yeah. When you're better than everybody that you're fighting, yeah, you're supposed to do that.
That's not his
I
fault.
think Demetrius.
He's
I
the
think
best.
Demetrius Andrade had one of the highest plus minus of all time. Also, you see what happened when you got there with a monster.
Yeah, but T.O. ain't no monster. This is
T.O.
what I'm
ain't
trying
no
to tell you.
monster.
We're saying T.O. ain't no monster.
Steve Claggett told me that
T.O.
T.O.
ain't
ain't no
stopped
monster.
nothing at T.O. ain't stopped nothing at 140. Respectfully, he ain't stopped nothing. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not coming here from a position of hate. I'm coming here for somebody to please explain a game plan for T.O. to defeat Shakur.
Hey,
Because
look.
if you got
Let me
it,
be
I'm
honest
They
with you.
brought
listening.
up They said Chop Corley versus Floyd.
I don't give a
he's not
damn
saying
about
that.
Chop Chop. I
That's
don't
not
give
what
a
he's
damn
saying.
about Floyd. When you go life and death with Steve fucking Claggett, I'm not impressed.
Shit, Keyshawn went life and death with Steve Claggett's opponent.
I don't give a fuck what Keyshawn. I'm talking about Steve Claggett with life and death with Teofimo Lopez. I'm not impressed with Teofimo Lopez.
We gotta do better.
I don't think that Shakur is just gonna be walking through Teofimo Lopez.
No, I think he outboxes him, homie. See, that's the one thing
I
with
don't
me.
think
But what
he
I do
outboxes
think is
him
I
like
think he
that
can
too much
punches and
either.
bunches and get him out of there. I think he's going to be hitting T.O. with 3 and 4 punch combinations because that's what he's been doing his last 3 fights. He's been hitting everybody with 3 and 4 punch combinations coming out of their
Against who
defensive
though? You
posture.
seen what it did against De Los
Exactly.
Santos?
That's
But
what I'm
look,
saying.
that's why I
We
said,
got
that's
we
why I
gonna
said,
forget about what it
since
did
De
against De
Los,
Los
since
Santos.
no,
De
I didn't.
Santos is trash,
I
coach.
didn't. I
You act
said
like that
since
dude is
De
a
Los
good fighter.
Santos.
And he ran. That's what I'm saying. Shakur took off from him. That man he ran for De Los Santos, man.
And he will
Well, at least he
forever be
wasn't looking like the
criticized.
elephant man by Steve Claggett.
Hold on,
He
didn't y'all say
will
if you
forever be
win
criticized for
10-1,
that.
10-2, it is what it is? For most
Yeah,
other
they just moving the
performances, right?
goalpost, B3. They moving the goalpost because of the guy. Now coach coming in here talking like Edward De Los Santos is some world beater.
I'm saying you're
Man,
making
we
my
got
point for me. No, he's not a world beater, and Shakur ran from him. That's what I'm saying. Now,
Come on, Jazz,
De Santos ain't all
Jazz,
that. And
Jazz,
But
pull
this is
up,
what
Shakur
I'm
man.
gonna
ran from
tell
the dude,
you.
man.
My bad. I
And
should
this
have
is what
got
I'm gonna
Jazz.
tell
Jazz,
you.
pull
He
up,
ain't
man.
gonna run from this dude. I bet you that. I bet you don't
Come
run from
on,
this
man.
dude.
I hope he don't. I want to see a good fight. I want to see these guys get it on, man.
Yeah, I
I
want to
hope
see him
I hope they
bad.
get it on.
The
Listen,
only thing is,
as a
this
fan of
dude got
Shakur,
all of
Jay
y'all
Will, what's
fooled.
happening? What's up, bro?
as a fan of Shakur, I want to see Shakur whoop T.O.'s ass like he beat Heron or Yoshino or something, or the electrician. But that's wishful thinking for me. So my objective mind is he's gonna outbox him.
He got him fooled. T.O.'s a good fighter, but he ain't as good as they think he is.
I mean, T.O.'s T.O. We know who T.O. is.
Hey, I love how the conversation it bends, depending upon, like, for the listeners, who they're picking to win the fight. Carrier says coach is cooking. He's got Tio. I just feel like it's hilarious. Now, I agree with you. Coach is always cooking, but even coach knows Tio has a lot of lapses in his game, especially on the defensive end.
And I just for the record, I'm not picking T.O. to win. I'm saying I don't know who's gonna win. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
Shakur should win the fight. On paper, he should win the fight. But T.O. could win the fight. I don't know who's gonna win this fight. So to me, this is a good fight because in my opinion, it's a true 50-50 fight.
But no, coach, it can't be no damn good fight because everybody else on the damn panel got Shakur whipping his ass.
But see, that's the thing with you. With me, is it's a good fight if Shakur whoops his ass. To me, it's a good fight.
So how is it a good fight? He just did another fight that Shakur's supposed to win.
Hey.
No, well,
Dang,
Let me
what's
ask you
happening,
this.
bro?
Hold on. We're gonna take it back. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Did Sugar Ray Leonard whoop Thomas Hearn's ass in the first fight?
Nope. He had to come from
Yes, he
behind to
did.
get it. He was
He
down.
knocked his ass out. Yes or no? Did he knock his ass out? Did he
Yep.
stop him?
But that's something that Shakur don't possess. I don't believe he does.
We're not talking about that. What I'm saying is, was it a good fight?
Absolutely, it was a good fight. Fantastic
So that's
fight.
what I'm trying to tell
Legendary.
Smoke. When Shakur goes in here and styles and profiles on this dude, it can still be a good fight, but he's gonna get his ass whipped. Unless Shakur is not Shakur on that night. Or he can impose his will on Shakur the way Durant imposed his will on Sugar Ray Leonard. If he can do one of those two things, he can win. But outside of that, he ain't really got a shot. Because he's not going to win no boxing match with Shakur Stevenson. That's what he's not going to do.
How come y'all can use Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Durant, but I can't use Roy Jones Jr.? That's
Hey, can I say
crazy.
something? Can I say something real quick? Wouldn't we agree that I think we seen Roberto Duran put on a masterful performance against Marvin Hagler?
He did.
And Roberto Duran, he wasn't viewed as a master boxer, but he could box.
He wasn't.
So if you knew Roberto Duran, you knew that he could box, but he wasn't perceived as that. He was perceived as a destroyer. So he went and he boxed Marvin Hagler.
Right.
So I think a lot of these guys, T.O. is a little bit better boxer than we give him credit for.
I don't think so. Because if he
T.O.
was,
got
he would have
stolen
looked the way he looked.
hands.
He wouldn't have looked the way he looked against
My
Steve
bad.
Claggett and goddamn what's the other dude's name? Sandro Martin. If he was a better boxer than we thought he was, he wouldn't have looked that way.
How did Floyd Mayweather look against the drunken master, Emmanuel Augustus Burton? How did he look against him?
He looked average. He looked average because Emmanuel Augustus made him look average.
Yeah, that's the thing. You never know who's gonna make you look average. Who would have thought that Montel Griffin would beat James Toney? But he did.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
I don't put Steve Claggett or Sandro Martin in the category of a Montel Griffin or an Emmanuel Augustus.
I think it was another brother that beat him. That was like, what? The dude that fought Roy Jones' old sparring partner, lefty, the left-handed guy. I can't remember the dude's name to save my life, man. It'll come back to me, but he beat James Toney also. just an old average dude from Houston. A no name, my off brand type of dude. Beat James
Right.
Toney.
Right.
Now, can I ask you something, Mr. Sheldon, real quick?
Yes, sir.
Is Teofimo, do you think he's better off the front foot or on the back foot?
Better on the front. He's better if somebody's coming to him and he can counterpunch.
Now, with that being said, do you feel like Shakur is going to be able to put him in a position where he's on the front foot, a la Jermaine
Yes.
Ortiz, a la Sandor Martin?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see any ways where how Tio can win this matchup?
Yes. Yeah. He have to walk through everything Shakur's throwing, get inside, beat up the body, bring them hands down, and catch him with some big shots. A la Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, first fight. He'll do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, this gonna be a fire fight. Outside of that, I mean, listen, let me pivot real quick. They about to do the press conference. Are you excited about anything that's going on with Golden Boy and this Ryan Garcia Barrios card? Do you feel like it's pay-per-view worthy? They added
No.
they added Antoine versus Hidioka and also
Okay.
Richardson Hitchens versus Oscar Duarte.
Okay.
Those 3 fights. Is that now is of course it's on the DAZN bundle package, right? Because the
Right.
DAZN pretty much agreed to do 12 pay-per-views for the year.
Right.
So is this are you comfortable with this being one of the pay-per-views?
I have to be if I love boxing, because I got this. That's the only way I can watch it. So I have to be. Do I think it's pay-per-view worthy? No. I think this fight should come on a Saturday afternoon in between basketball games. But
Right.
it's not the way it works anymore. We don't have CBS boxing. We don't have NBC boxing. We don't have ABC Wild World of Sports. So we got to take what we can get. And, I'm going to pay for it. I don't want to, but I'm going to.
Right. Now we do have just so everybody's here in here will know, we do have a major fight coming up this weekend for 135. I mean, everybody's been pretty much waiting on the Cuban sensation Andy Cruz to kind of get a big fight. What y'all expecting? What you expect? What are y'all expecting from Andy Cruz versus Raymond?
I expect him to get beat.
Now, how do you see that happening? I've been watching some tape on Raymond. Extremely tough fighter. I just feel like I'm gonna do my final selections, but I think Andy's gonna probably outclass him.
I don't think so. I don't think Andy's ever been hit by a guy that hits as hard. I think he's going to impose his will on Andy. Andy's never really been in a tough fight in the pros. I don't know what he did in the amateurs, but he's never been in a real fight in the pros. So when he gets hit and he gets hurt and he's tired and he hears round 8, round 9, round 10, round 11, what is he really going to do? We don't know because he's never been that far. There's a whole lot of unknowns in this fight. You're talking about a dude that got 6 fights. He got 6 fights. Never been past what, the 5th, 6th round in the fight? Come on, man.
Nah, he's went the distance. He's went
10 rounds?
Yeah, he's went 10 rounds 3 times.
Okay. Well, what's he gonna hear? What's he gonna say when he hears round 11, round 12? I don't know. If it goes that far, if he don't get clipped. Because we know Andy Cruz is not the biggest puncher in the world.
Nah, that's for sure. I'm in full agreement on that. I'm definitely in full agreement. So, I mean, listen. Yeah, we it's looking good for us. It's looking good for us for I mean, we definitely locked in on the DAZN. The DAZN got us locked in for 12 months. So we definitely tapped in for boxing. Let me just say this. Appreciate my brother Carrier hitting the cash app. Listen, helping the channel grow. We building. We do have to put a reapplication in for monetization on YouTube February 21st. We'll get that done.
What happened?
We know more now. But we in a good position. So that'll be coming through. And then we about to touch we just touched 3,000 on TikTok, so we growing on there. You know what I'm saying, building a community, building a support system. So we building. Now, and I appreciate all love and support. Appreciate you, Carrier, bro. Yeah, support your content creators. Yes, 100%. Because at the end of the day, without the people's support, you're not gonna succeed. So you definitely gotta touch the people, let them know, hey, this is a need, not a want. We need that. We need that blessing. We need that support, that love, financial as well. Come on now. Outside of that, Smoke, you back in here? Can you hear me, Smoke?
Yeah, I can hear
Smoke.
you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, lock. Okay, lock. Let me do let me do this real quick, right? Now, who you got? You got Andy or Raymond?
Oh, in the fight,
Yeah.
I got Cheese.
For real, you don't got you. So who you not picking nobody?
Nah, Raymond Mortale nickname is Cheese.
Ooh. Now it's interesting that y'all are picking Raymond. I know why Mr. Shelton is picking Raymond. He doesn't believe in Andy, but also he's from Cali. So we gotta understand that. And that's where Raymond's from. So that's his boy. Now, have you not seen enough from Andy?
In 6 fights, no, and I think that Cheese feel disrespected.
That he
That
even took the fight.
that I mean that he's the stepping stone champion. Like he's the guy that just like you don't even like his name is like least talked about at 35. He's the fucking champion.
Mm. That's a
You think
great
about
point.
you know what I'm saying? Like you talk about Schofield, Mason, Tank's troubles. If Shakur coming back, who's the other champion? Oh yeah, and you talk about Andy Cruz, and then anybody else that like should Oshaki go up there, and then you know what I'm saying? Lamont Roach is back down there, and then there's Raymond Mortale. He just holding the belt because Loma retired. Oh man, he like that shit, bro. To be honest with you.
Who you holding the belt for? Smoke.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess Andy Cruz.
Who said he was holding the belt? You?
No, everybody else who just think that Andy Cruz is just gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know I got Raymond Mortale too.
Yeah.
But people just think that like Andy Cruz is gonna beat him off his amateur and Olympic pedigree, and like this is professional boxing. This is prize fighting boxing, baby. This is different. No headgear, and you don't just every point that you think is a point, it might not be a damn point, homie.
But he got the Cuban style, Smoke. The Cuban style.
Man, I don't give a shit about that, man. You just heard B3 say black people run boxing. He ain't black, he Cuban. Remember, they act like they don't know us.
hey, he definitely know Bozy and Boots. You see what he's getting his he's getting his teaching from now, who he's training with. Do y'all not believe that's gonna be a big deal that he's now incorporating Bozy in his corner? Like, what's y'all thoughts?
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
big
Marky,
deal.
then
I
you
mean,
know your
Bosey's
little
a good
brother coming up
trainer.
here, Smoke.
Bosey's a good trainer. He
Uh-oh.
can teach him some things, show him some things. But this kid been doing it his way for a
Hold
long
on.
time. Bosey can only do so much. You teach him so much. So, we'll see. But I don't know. Bosey can't help the fact that he don't punch hard. Now, Bosey can give him some drills on his footwork and, hand speed drills maybe. But,
He's going to be fine.
It comes to time in the fight where you got to hurt the other guy more than he hurts you. And if you can't do that, you'll probably lose.
Yep, and Raymond Mortale is he's a big guy at 35. They say this should be his last fight there. So they talking. So it's different.
I know Marky Dan got some thoughts on it. Marky Dan's a big proponent of the Cuban style.
Absolutely. I think Andy Cruz is going to put his foot up Roman Murtaugh's behind. I think it's going to happen.
Wow.
Same way
Cuban
like I when
style.
I told you. Same way like I when I told you Fernando Mendoza was going to do what he do, and you told me I was
He
wrong.
did
Remember
his
that?
thing. You predicted that. He did his
There you
thing.
go.
He did his thing, man. He did his
There
thing. I
you
gotta
go.
give it to him.
There you go.
But I don't know if that's gonna translate to being a good pro. But in college, yeah, he did his thing.
So in 6
There you
fights,
go. So believe me when I tell you, Andy Cruz is going to win this fight.
in 6 fights, you just got him just about to do Raymond Moore Solidarity like that.
Yeah, because he got the Cuban style, right, Marky? The Cuban style.
Well, it ain't just about the Cuban style. It's about the athlete himself. I think he's very talented. I mean, don't the nigga got like 2 gold medals, Shelton Moore?
Who did he beat for those gold medals?
Keyshawn
I mean, one of
Davis.
them
Keyshawn
niggas was
Davis.
Keyshawn Davis. Yeah.
Okay. How old was Keyshawn when he beat him?
26,
Shit, about what,
25.
22? I
Nah,
said
he wasn't that
22. You
young.
said it's 25.
But he's
He about
26
Wow.
now, B3. So how was he? How old was
nah,
he
he
back then?
about he's 27, 28 now. So yeah, probably back then he was probably about 23, 24.
And how
He
old was
wasn't
Andy
young.
Cruz?
Shoot, a couple years older because Andy about 29 now. So let me see.
Man,
If a Cuban tells you he's
Andy.
29, that actually means he's 35.
But so what that mean?
He's 30. So
What
he
that
lost
mean?
to a 35-year-old man. He was hold on.
Exactly. He
Andy is
lost
You
to an
got
30.
old
grown men
man.
beating up on kids.
Andy is 30. And Keyshawn. Yeah, Keyshawn is 26.
Oh, so 4 years ago he was 22. And Andy was 26. Okay. It was an even fight. Andy beat him. Cool. Just because you beat Keyshawn don't mean you're going to beat Raymond.
this is not Olympic style fighting. This is professional boxing, bro.
They saying he a baby. Shaw was saying he a baby. Said his breath smelling like Similac. He ain't got enough. He ain't got enough experience.
Well, hey, I can give you plenty of examples of motherfucker can beat one dude but can't beat the other dude.
Yeah.
I can give you plenty of examples if you want them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're gonna see. I definitely got Andy Cruz winning this matchup. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm definitely
I'm
looking
looking
forward to
forward
it.
to the Hiroka and Gary Antoine fight. That's the fight I'm looking forward to.
Oh, okay, facts. Do you think it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
because
good
everybody
fight?
been telling me about this Hiroka dude. I've watched him a couple of times and I'm not really impressed.
Is that right? 20, I think what like 24-0, 17 KOs.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't seen much. You haven't seen him. Did you see the Barroso fight?
Yeah, I saw the Russell fight.
Oh, okay. You feel like what did you think about it? Do you feel like he was I mean he stopped Barroso, but I think Gary Antoine probably would do that too in a
He
different
did what
fashion.
he's supposed to do to a 50-year-old man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. Hey, well listen. We're gonna get ready for this weekend. What's tomorrow? Today Thursday, tomorrow Friday. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna cook some more. Man, listen, this Shakur versus Tio fight is gonna be a legendary one. It's gonna be one for the record books. And we also got Ryan versus Barrios card. I think it's gonna be a fire card, the ring high stakes. So we'll get a chance to see some good boxing and get our money's worth from the zone. That's what
We
we're looking
will.
for. That's what we've been
We
looking
will,
for.
brother.
But listen, Miss Sean, I appreciate you pulling up today, always cooking with me and supporting. Diesel in the cash out. We definitely building.
Thank
And
you, sir.
hey, listen, hey, we taking it one day at a time. Shout out to the sports and appreciate everybody that's showing love. Shout in the chat, Angie Baby, Blaze, everybody that pulled today, BBO Just. They everybody was in here cooking with us, Smoke, Marky, um, and all the usual people that's rocking with us. We gonna be back. We gonna be back. Angie B, I need someone to bring me some snacks for this snowstorm. I'm too sick to go food shopping. Oh my goodness. Come on, Angie B. They got Uber. Uber should get some hazard. Just make sure you put an extra on the tip. They're gonna bring it to you. All right, love. Appreciate y'all. Peace.